Bleak Expectations by Mark Evans. Chapter the first, A Childhood Cruelly Kippered.
Blast this so-called journalist, he's late.
But, Papa, he is not due for a further 3 minutes.
Mr. Sarquill of the Times, sir.
Blast this so-called journalist, he's early.
It is an honour to be here, Sir Philip. Now, if I could just set up my equipment.
Equipment? What can a journalist need other than a pad of paper, a pen, and no soul or integrity of any kind?
Papa, please.
Perhaps I should return another time.
No, like having a tooth pulled or making love to a woman, it is best done quickly or not at all. Set up what you need.
What you are?
Meanwhile, I shall fortify myself. Serve well. A whiskey, if you please.
Might I remind, sir, that it is only 9:30 in the morning?
Quite right. Better make it a brandy.
Of course.
And use the large glass.
Yes, sir. Your drink, sir.
Thank you, sir. Well, I take it the large glass is being washed.
No, it's my fault, Father. I gave it away to a poor beggar family as a new home.
Ah. That would explain this newspaper headline. Family burnt to crisp as giant brandy glass house acts as deadly lens for son.
Why does this keep happening? It is like the time I built a paper orphanage and lit it with candles.
I'm ready now, sir.
What exactly does this contraption of yours do?
It is the very latest in recording devices. The sound enters here and is etched onto this wax cylinder so that the conversation may be replayed later. It's called an iWax.
Preposterous.
I must warn you that the device cannot store much at any one time. I may stop you occasionally to change cylinders.
To change cylinders? Or go prying and snuffling round my home like a rat?
To change cylinders.
I see.
So, if we are ready, you may begin.
There has been much speculation recently as to my origins. Well, now I can...
Stop. Cylinder change. Continue.
Right. Where was I? Yes. There has been much speculation recently as to my...
Stop. Continue.
I completely lost my thread. Oh, yes. Yes. Now, wait a minute. There has been much...
Stop. Continue.
This is intolerable. Enough of your infernal contraption. It's going out of the window. Now, if you want to record my story, you can do it in pen and ink. Understand?
Of course, sir. Pray continue.
Well, then. There has been much speculation...
Stop!
What now?
Out of ink.
You accursed wretch.
I'll use a pencil. Do go on.
Sir. There has been much speculation recently as to my origins.
Oh, dear.
Well, today I hope to set the rumour mill at rest. Stop it grinding the flour of gossip, which makes the bread of scandal, and from that the sandwich of despair. You getting this?
Oh, of course. My pencil hasn't broken, if that's what you're thinking.
I see. And so, I must reveal that my life is other than I have told it until now. Parts are to be found in my writings. A story of 2 towns, miserable mansion, the old shop of stuff, Graeme Grambleby. All my books contain clues, apart from lustful killer bees from Mars, which I'll grant you is almost entirely fictional. And so, to begin at the beginning. I was born in 1806, the first child of Thomas and Agnes Bin, conceived the year before in celebration of the victory at Trafalgar.
Well, my dear Agnes, the servants are abed, the British Navy rules the waves, and England expects every man to do his duty this day.
And what might your duty be, Thomas?
I propose to give you a swift broadside amidships.
Do you mean sexual congress? Oh, if we must. Ow!
Do I hurt you, my dear?
Your three-cornered hat is poking me in the eye.
I am told my birth was easy.
Splendidly played, my love. Incidentally, you seem to have dropped something.
My father's family name being Bin and my Christian name Philip, my infant tongue could make of both names nothing longer or more explicit than Flip-Top Bin, which soon became shortened to Ip and then stretched again to Pip. In rapid succession, I was joined by two sisters, Pippa and Poppy.
And now we have the three children we desired. Perhaps we might cease the intercourse?
Of course, my dear. I shall take up cold showers and botany.
We lived in a large house, and its rooms and corridors brimmed over with laughter and happiness.
That was marvellous, but enough of this room. Now let us laugh and be happy in a corridor. Here we are.
The only cloud on my sunlit horizon was the absence of my father, who spent long periods away on business in the recently discovered North Indies. But whenever he returned, his cases full of gifts, our joy was unrestrained.
Children, great news! Your father is home and he's waiting for you in the front room.
Hurrah! Papa!
Ah, children, how good it is to see you. Pip, Papa, Pippa.
Papa.
Poppy.
Papa.
Ah, Pip and Poppy.
Papa!
Poppy and Pippa.
Papa.
Pip and Pippa.
Papa!
My Pip, Pippa and Poppy.
Papa!
Presents. I bring presents for my Pip, Pippa and Poppy.
Oh, Papa!
For Poppy, a puppy.
A puppy, Papa.
A puppy, Poppy. For Pip, a pipe.
A pipe, Papa.
A pipe, Pip. And for Pippa, an anvil.
We never lacked for anything. While other families struggled for the most basic amenities, we bathed in jam.
Bath time, Pip.
Strawberry, my favourite.
We slept in goose-down beds so luxurious the down was still attached to the geese.
Well, I'm all toasty warm.
It's all right for you. My mattress has just migrated south for winter.
When my father was home, we received many distinguished visitors. There were my father's two business partners, Mr. Parsimonious,
Bah, humbug.
who was, ironically, incredibly generous,
For you, young Pip, and toffees for Poppy and Pippa. Money. Who wants some money? Have a sixpence, Pip. Now, dash it, have a 5 guineas. And gin. All must have gin. Now, who wants this miniature horse?
and Mr. Gently Benevolent,
Ah, young Pip.
who was, ironically, a complete bastard.
Get out of my way or find yourself horsewhipped.
Yes, Mr. Benevolent.
There was also my father's lawyer, a man so distinguished that his name took fully 20 minutes to say.
Why, Mr. Wickham, Forberton, Fenugreek, Chasby, Twizzletown, Montmorency, Aurelius, Parkord, and Chesapeake. Beastworthy, Fenelham, Jones, how nice it is to see you.
The pleasure is all mine, Mrs. Bin. And how are you, young Pip?
I am well, thank you, Mr. Wickham, Forberton, Fenugreek, Chasby, Twisselton, Montmorency, Aurelius, Parkord, and Chesapeake.
As a lawyer, he charged by the hour. So his name was his greatest asset. But my father could afford it. He was rich, we were happy, and it seemed it would continue forever. How wrong I was.
That anvil Father gave you has proved most useful. Yes, I do so enjoy my metal work.
I see you have made a tiny horseshoe.
No, I have made a regular-sized dog shoe for Poppy's puppy. Thanks to you and your anvil, one day all the creatures of the world will be properly shod. That is my intention. Pip, could you fetch me that pile of horseshoes?
Of course, dear Pippa. Where should I put them?
Oh, just find a space somewhere.
I know. If I can just squeeze under this ladder. Oh, damn that black cat. He's going to make me trip. Ah!
Mind the mirror! What have you done, Pip? Now all our luck will run out.
Don't talk nonsense.
Children, terrible news. Your father is dead.
Ah.
And so the perfectly knitted sweater of my childhood started to unravel. A few weeks later, we learned exactly what had happened from Mr. Benevolent.
Yes, well, it was all his own fault, really. Bloody idiot, your father. And now he's dead. No loss, really.
It is to us, Mr. Benevolent.
Cowards, eh?
Please, tell us what happened.
Very well. Your father had created a hotel in the Indies made entirely of monkeys.
Monkeys?
Yes, monkeys. He trained them to stand on each other's shoulders and heads and bind themselves together to form a rigid but flexible framework. It was a triumph, this monkey hotel, and then someone opened up a factory right next to it.
So?
So it was a peanut and banana factory. The monkeys went berserk. Your father was torn limb from limb in their frenzy.
But who could have done such a stupid and evil thing?
No idea. Peanut and banana treat, anyone?
The rooms and corridors, once so full of laughter and happiness, now echoed only to the sounds of misery and woe.
Enough of this room. Now let us be miserable and woeful in a corridor. Here we are.
While I and Pippa and Poppy grieved, my mother sank into a melancholy that grew worse each day.
Mamma, are you all right?
Quite all right, thank you, Pip. Now run along.
But Mamma, you have been sat in this cupboard for 3 days now.
That is because this is the linen cupboard and I'm a piece of linen.
No, you're not. You're my mother.
Fie upon you. I'm not your mother, for I'm a prettily patterned tablecloth and my children are all naughty little napkins. Now leave me. I'm waiting for my husband to return, and he's a terribly dashing double-pleated curtain.
But Mamma, Father is dead.
Yes, I might have quite a wait.
A few weeks later, Mr. Parsimonious, Mr. Benevolent, and Mr. Wickham Postford, my father's lawyer, paid us a visit.
Your mother is to be committed to an asylum.
No, help me! I haven't been properly ironed. Mother!
Oh, don't be so nauseatingly sentimental.
Mr. Parsimonious, will you not stop this?
I'm afraid I cannot, Pippa. It is a matter of law, not conscience.
What do you mean?
If I may clarify, the estatement of the deceased deady person, including but not excluding or outcluding all chattels, listingtons, possessionaries and what we lawyers call stuff, has devolved to the bequestified nominally nominal nominee, nom-nom-nom-nom.
What does that mean?
Let me explain. Your father's will makes me your guardian. I control you, your sisters, and all your father's money.
Surely as his heir it is mine.
Not until you're 18, young Pip.
How can this be so? Mr. Wickham Postford and Fenn...
Please, given the circumstances, we can dispense with formality. You may call me Sir. I shall, however, bill you for the entire name.
But what does this mean for us?
Pip is to go to boarding school, and you girls will live with me until you're old enough to be married off or sold to a high-class bordello.
Never! I will never leave our home.
Do not defy me, young puppy.
Never, I tell you, never!
Let her run. It changes nothing.
I shall talk with her.
I, too, must take my leave, but before I go, your father was a dear friend to me, young Pip, and I should like you to have this in his memory.
What is it?
My invoice. Good day.
And so I left my home and family and was sent to Britain's most feared school, St. Bastards. Above the door was the school motto, Orando, flogorando. By praying, by beating. Fear gripped me. A fear that was suddenly eased by a familiar voice.
Young Pip,
Mr. Parsimonious.
the months ahead will be full of darkness for you, and anguish, and probably some actual physical pain. And so I have come to say good luck with all that. And before I go, have these jelly babies and this ham. Oh, and this jewel box will probably come in handy. Oh, and you simply must have these piglets. And now I must go, but not before giving you this encyclopedia and this haunch of venison.
Laden with gifts, I entered the school, where I was taken to see the headmaster, Mr. Hardthrasher.
Enter. Ah, you must be young Pippin. And you bring me gifts. Jelly babies, ham, a jeweled box, some piglets, an encyclopedia and some venison. How kind.
But, sir...
Did I say speak? Did I tell you directly to speak?
No, sir.
You do it again. Did I say speak? Did I? Eh? Did I? I ask you a direct question. And you dare not answer me, boy. Answer me clearly and simply. Did I tell you to speak?
No, sir.
Again you do it! Again you speak!
But you told me to.
Cheek and impudence, the like of which I have ne'er heard. You are to be beaten now, boy. Do you hear me? Now, bend over.
Yes, sir.
In the name of the Lord, I do this for your benefit, my boy. Now, where is my cane? Wrong one. Ah, here we are. And if I hear one bleat out of you, you shall be hanged.
As he beat me, I thought of many things. Of my mother and father, of my sisters, of the life I had left behind. But mostly of how there was an angry man hitting me on the bottom with a large stick.
There. It is done. Oh, dear, you fell for that, didn't you, young man? Sorry, it's a bit of a joke I like to play on every new boy. Lets them know I'm not the type of ogre most headmasters are expected to be. What do you think? No, really, did I fool you? You dare speak to me? Did I say you might open your mouth? Did I? Actually, I did. I remember now. So... Welcome to St. Bastards. We have only one rule here, and that is obey every rule. And there are over 8,000 of those. Right, that's it. You can go to your dormitory as soon as I've administered your welcoming beating. Stand up and bend over.
The school day started at 5 o'clock with the ritual waking with sharpened sticks.
Ow! That hurts!
Ow!
Stop it!
Followed by the morning ablutions, where we bathed in ice water and used hedgehogs for sponges.
Ow! Oh, that hurts as well! Ow!
You, boy, sponge off your groin.
Classes were rigorously streamed, by which I do not mean that selection was according to ability, but that they took place in a stream.
So, Virgil, Aeneid, Book 2, Jenkins, translate.
Yes, sir. A shout ran across the walls of Troy and...
Just because the river is in spate does not give you the excuse to skip lessons. Report to me later for a beating.
Yes, sir.
Sport consisted of the school's own version of rugby football, the horrifically violent bastard ball. The rules were simple. There were 2 teams of as many as you liked fighting over a ball, and the ball was the youngest boy in the school.
I don't want to be the ball. I want my mother.
If your mother loved you, you wouldn't be here. Now lie down and get ready for kickoff.
Each team was divided into 5 groups. The kickers who kicked the ball, the hitters who hit the ball, the punchers who punched the ball, and the pitchforkers and shooters who tried to kill as many of the opposition as possible. Either that or pitchforked and shot the ball. The object of the game was to get the ball to the end of the pitch and shove its head in a bucket of dung. For doing which you scored a bastard. If you complained or were caught breaking one of the 8,000 school rules, you were severely punished.
Choose before, Dyke. Did I just see you running in the corridor?
No, sir.
Why not? Running in the corridor is compulsory between 4:47 and 4:52. I sentence you to the salt mines.
Oh, no!
In the salt mines, boys went mad with thirst. They were often found horribly injured after trying to drink their own heads. I, myself, was lucky. I was never sent to the salt mines. I was only sent to the neighbouring pepper mines. Some boys couldn't take it. One night, we heard Araby crying. He cried all night, and in the morning was found in his bed, completely desiccated. He had cried every bit of moisture out of his body. When we touched him, he crumbled to dust and blew away on the breeze. And there wasn't a boy there who didn't envy him. After a month, I too was close to the edge, when hope presented itself in the guise of a fellow pupil.
Hey, new bug, are you awake?
Yes. Who are you?
The name's Biscuit, Harry Biscuit. What's your name?
Pip Bin.
Pip Bin, eh? Pip Bin. Pip Bin. Then I shall call you Pip Bin. What brings you to St. Bastards, Pip Bin?
After my father died, my mother went insane, and my guardian sent me here.
A familiar story. Exactly the same happened to me, and to Scroggins, Beesalem, Frobisher, and Driblington Minor. In fact, to every boy here. I don't suppose you're set to inherit a lot of money when you come of age.
As a matter of fact, yes.
Me too.
You're not?
Yep, Harry Biscuit of the Warwickshire Biscuits.
Then your father invented the biscuit.
That he did. Seems like this is a school for rich boys with no dad, a mad mum, and a lot of money in trust.
You mean...
Let me ask you one thing, Pip. How long do you think you'll be here?
Well, until I'm 18, I suppose.
Wrong! You see, Pip Bin, no one has ever left this school alive. No one. Apart from one boy, and he was dead. You get to 18 and wallop, that's your lot.
Lying there in the darkness, I thought back over the past weeks and realised that Harry Biscuit was right.
Today is Pistleton's birthday, and so the staff have clubbed together and bought him a present. And it's a rather apt one. Pistleton, as you have become a man, we have got you a man trap. Come here and try it out. Ah! What a horrible accident. Now, Beasley, it's your 18th birthday tomorrow. Are you looking forward to your trip to the cannon factory?
But it could just be a coincidence.
If it is, it's one so big, it's a coincidorus rex. The thing is, I turn 18 in 2 months, and I don't want to die, so I'm going to need your help to escape, Pip Bin.
Why me?
Look at the others, all too weak and feeble to do anything. You're still strong. This place hasn't got to you yet.
And how come you're still strong?
Because when I arrived, I weighed 478 pounds.
That's quite a lot.
You're the son of a big biscuit magnate. There's a lot of biscuits floating around. It happens. But 3 years of this place, and I finally slimmed down to the perfect size for my age. Will you help me?
But of course. I shall do everything in my power to help you escape.
Good man. Start planning, Pip Bin.
I shall, Harry Biscuit.
I sensed at once that I'd made a lifelong friend. The only question was, how long would that life be? We had to escape, and the very next day, it became even more imperative. It was a Wednesday afternoon and time for staff artillery practice, where they used the boys as ammunition for the school howitzer. Dazed, I picked myself up and noticed that my impact had created a small crack in the wall. Then, through that crack, came a familiar sound.
But it cannot be. Pippa? Pippa, is that you?
Pip? Is that you, my brother Pip?
It is. I recognise the sounds of your anvil.
The only reminder I have of our dear papa.
Indeed. But what are you doing here, my Pippa?
I am trapped in this nunnery, St. Bitches.
There is a nunnery next to our school?
There is a school next to our nunnery?
Yes, the one Mr. Benevolent sent me to. But why are you in a nunnery?
No sooner had Mr. Benevolent taken me into his home than he accused me of trying to seduce him. He called me a whore a Jezebel, and a meretricious harlot, then sent me to live here until I am 18, at which point he will marry me.
I will never let that happen.
If it is any consolation, I think it is most unlikely to occur.
What do you mean?
Tomorrow is Joan of Arc Day in our nunnery.
So?
So, I am to be Joan of Arc.
Quite an honour.
If you like being tied to a stake and burnt to a crisp.
No! I cannot find you again and then lose you so soon.
I fear you might.
No, it will not be. I have a friend here, and we are planning an escape. You will come with us.
How?
I don't know, but I will rescue you.
I must go. It is time for 4:43 prayers. But before I do, take this, brother.
What is it?
It is a lucky pigeon shoe.
You are so kind to the animals. And their feet. Do not worry, beloved sister. I shall rescue you.
Luckily, by the time I entered the school, it was 4:49, so no one cared as I ran through the corridors.
Harry, I have news.
Me too.
My sister is in a nunnery next to the school, but tomorrow they're going to burn her at the stake. We have to rescue her. What's your news?
The headmaster's moved my birthday forward by 2 months. I'm 18 tomorrow, and that means I'm going to die.
No! I have already lost my mother and father. I will not now lose my sister and my best friend. Tonight, we escape or die in the attempt.
What happened?
We died in the attempt.
Oh, how awful.
Of course not, you dumbagghead. How would I be here if I were dead?
Sorry, your sirship. I pray you, do go on.
Not now. If you return at exactly the same time next week, I shall tell you more.
Of course. It would be an honour.
So, Father, how was it?
Like a treacle enema. Messy, unpleasant, and with not a few sticky patches. But overall, a surprising relief.
Will you unburden yourself to him again?
Indeed. And when he returns, he shall hear of our escape and how I discovered that not everyone was as dead as I had been told.
Bleak Expectations was written by Mark Evans and starred Richard Johnson as Philip Bin, Tom Allen as young Pip, Anthony Head as Mr. Benevolent, Celia Imrie as Agnes Bin, Lawrence Howarth as Mr. Parsimonious, Geoffrey Whitehead as Mr. Hardthrasher, Susie Kane as Pippa, Perdita Weeks as Poppy, Mark Perry as Thomas Bin, Sarah Hadland as Lily, James Barkman as Harry Biscuit, and Mark Evans as Mr. Wickham Post Forberton, Fenugreek Chasby, the lawyer. It was produced by Gareth Edwards. Bleak Expectations by Mark Evans. Chapter the 2nd. An Adolescence Utterly Trashed.
Damnation!
Father, what is the matter?
Lily, my dear, I am vexed, peeved, irritated, and thrumdiddled, which is a new word I've just invented, meaning roughly the same as vexed, peeved, and irritated, but differing just enough to be worth using. It is that wretched journalist. Enter. Mr. Sarquill, you are late.
I apologise. My tardiness is because I attempted to come by horseless carriage.
One of those confounded new steam-powered devices?
That was my intention, sir. But indeed, this particular horseless carriage turned out literally to be a carriage without horses. It was 20 minutes before I realised.
Imbecile. If your idiocy spreads to all aspects of your work, I'm amazed that your account of my life in the Times has any readers at all.
Oh, but it has been enormously popular. The article has been read by nearly 12,000 people.
Is that all?
Well, that is half the population who can actually read. It is a sensation.
Well, of course it is. I am a fascinating man who has led a fascinating life and who wears fascinating underwear.
Fascinating underwear?
Made out of squirrels.
That is fascinating.
Enough about my rodent pants. Shall we continue?
Of course, Sir Philip. Allow me to find my pen. It is somewhere in my bag.
Is it a Gladstone bag?
No, this is the much more exclusive Disraeli bag. It has many, many more pockets. As the great man once said, when it comes to pockets, lay them on with a trowel. Now, is my pen in this one? No, Is it in this one? No. This surely is the pocket.
Oh.
Turns out, no.
Oh.
Possibly in here. Aha! Here is a pen, but not the one I'm looking for. This pocket surely contains my prize. Or indeed, it just contains some string and a conker.
Enough! I will take your bag and put it somewhere where the sun does not shine. Lily, take this bag and put it on a coach to Scotland.
Phew.
Bags should be like women. Simple and with one lockable opening. Now, as you know, my father had died, my mother had gone insane, and I, Pip Bin, have been sent to the most terrifying school in Britain, St. Bastards. Lily, do not play the organ in a thunderstorm while I'm talking.
Sorry, Father.
Anyway, my story continues. Now, I had met the boy who had instantly become my best friend, Harry Biscuit. But the very next day, he was to turn 18, when, in keeping with school tradition, he was to be killed. Escape was vital.
So, Harry, got any plans?
Indeed I have, Pip-Bin. I have 3 plans.
3? But that's brilliant. Let's hear them.
My first plan is for a new mode of transportation based on highly trained geese and compressed air.
Right.
My second is for trousers you wear back to front and this is the really clever bit, upside down. And my third plan is for an eating house where you dine on raw fish brought to your table by some sort of continuously moving system of belts.
I see. And how will those help us escape?
Well, I reckon any of them can make us enough money to bribe our way out of here with ease.
We're going to die.
Ah, well, that's where my fourth plan comes in, an anti-dying device.
Harry was good, honest, loyal, and in a crisis, a complete moron. To make matters worse, I was as hungry as I'd ever been. Meals at St. Bastards were only served every 3 months, and we had last eaten 11 weeks before. And although meals had been cancelled, meal times had not. 3 times a day we had to sit and mime eating breakfast, lunch and dinner under the watchful eye of the tyrannical headmaster, Mr. Heartthrasher.
You boy, I don't believe for one instant that you're eating a chop. You must be beaten. Come here and bend over.
But help was at hand. As I finished miming my soup and prepared to move on to my main course of imaginary steak and vegetables, one of the school servants approached. They were never the finest specimens of humanity, but this crone was particularly vile. As she loomed over me, she seemed to be less a person, a more a loose amalgamation of mud and warts held together by a long, hideously matted beard.
Crunch mumble. Here, have this.
Have what?
Eat it. It's a dumpling. And here's a carrot, and a Wiener Schnitzel, and a small slither of game terrine. And under the table is a chicken. It's a bit underdone. Be quick, before the headmaster sees.
What? Why? Who are you?
I'm a friend. Eat your food, then meet me here tonight and I'll tell you more. Mumble crunch mumble.
I shared my food with Harry. We were the only well-fed boys in the school that day, apart from Bissington, who had eaten his own arm, and Frobisher, who had eaten Bissington. After lunch, I was summoned to the headmaster's office, where I had a visitor, my guardian, Mr. Gently Benevolent.
Young Pip, you look well. By which I mean not yet dead.
Mr. Benevolent, how glad I am to see you. This school is intolerably cruel, and my sister Pippa is at a nunnery next door, and she is to be Joan of Arc on Joan of Arc Day tomorrow, and they are going to burn her.
Such insolence! You dare to accuse me of cruelty? You shall be beaten to within an inch of your life. Possibly slightly closer. Now, bend over.
No, headmaster, Let us not beat him, not when I bring such good news.
I am to leave this school. That is a relief because the curriculum is incredibly limited and the pastoral care is virtually non-existent.
Indeed, no. I am to marry your mother.
What?
Then I shall not only have all your money, but also your family's good name and social standing. Are you not delighted?
But when is this to happen?
Tomorrow. I would invite you, but I'm not going to. However, I do have a treat for you so that you may share in the celebrations. The headmaster has agreed that you may have an actual meal at the same time as the wedding.
But what meal?
Why, this special delicious soup.
It says poison on it.
No, it says poisson. Just spelled a bit wrong.
It is French fish soup.
If you're prepared to believe that, then yes. Now, run along, Pip. Or should I say, son?
No, never.
Enjoy your soup. Now, headmaster, would you be kind enough to give me a good thrashing?
Of course. Bend over.
Oh, that is bracing.
It's not as much fun if you enjoy it.
I had to save my mother. My only hope was the servant who had claimed to be a friend. Harry and I waited for our chance to sneak out and meet her. It came around midnight. Nesterton was crying because he was homesick, so the headmaster came in and beat him. The beating made Nesterton cry again, so the headmaster beat him again. And Nesterton still wouldn't stop, so the headmaster took him out to shoot him. In the confusion, Harry and I crept to the dining hall.
Hello? Is there anyone here?
Shh! Keep your voice down.
Who are you?
Just a friend. And who's this you brought with you?
He too is a friend.
Then we're all friends.
Do you have a name, mysterious bearded crone woman?
There are those who have called me Bearded Brander, others have called me Hairy Harriet, others have called me Goateed Gretel, or Mustachioed Margaret. But to you, I'm just a friend.
Why did you feed me?
I've been sent here to help you.
By whom?
A friend. I'm just a friend sent by a friend to help a friend. Oh, and Shaving Sharon, that's another one they call me.
How do I know I can trust you?
Maybe this will convince you.
My mother's locket. Who gave this to you? Was it my mother? Is she well again?
As to your mother, she's quite mad.
But that is marvellous news. She was totally mad the last time I saw her. So only quite mad is a real improvement.
No, I mean quite as in completely, not as in a bit.
Oh. And my sister, are you to help her as well?
I am, but I warn you, to take both of you away from here will not be easy. Indeed, there are those who say it will be difficult.
And Harry, I'm not leaving without Harry.
3 of you? That makes the people who say it will be difficult look like blind optimists. There are people who would say that getting 3 of you out of here is impossible. And those are people who are generally quite positive, you know, real glass and half full type people. That's how hard it'll be.
But can it be done?
We shall see.
We followed her out of the dining hall and into the kitchen, where she opened a cupboard and walked in. We followed her, dodging imaginary hams as we went, and found at the back there was a secret passage.
Where are we going?
To fetch your sister from a nunnery prison. First, though, we need to disguise you. There's nothing so out of place in a nunnery as 2 young men. Except maybe 3 young men, or 4. Oddly, 5 seems completely normal.
You mentioned disguises.
Here, put these on.
In the dank corridor, we quickly dressed.
Are you sure these disguises won't raise any suspicions in a nunnery?
No! What is a more normal sight in a nunnery than a giant rabbit in the late Admiral Nelson?
Almost anything.
Now, before us stands a secret door to the nunnery. I only hope the lock still works. It hasn't been used in 20 years.
Harry?
Sorry. I always make that noise when I'm nervous. Feel free to try the door now.
Thank you. Now, follow me, and just act like any normal rabbit or late naval hero.
Splice the main brace, raise the topsail.
Keep calm. There's someone coming.
Haul anchor and make way. Good evening, sister.
Good evening, Admiral Nelson. How nice to see you alive again. And good evening to you, Mr. Rabbit.
I don't believe it. It's actually working.
Now, your sister should be through this door here.
Sorry, nervous again. Do try the door.
Inside, in a large tin bath, was my beloved sister Pippa. Relief washed over me like hot custard over a delicious pie. Sweet, welcoming, and oddly yellow.
Pippa!
Pip! My brother Pip! How happy I am to see you!
If you're as glad to see me as I am glad to see you, then you must be exactly as glad as I am.
Glad? Oh, I am glad. So very, very glad. So very, very, very glad.
Do not be sad, Pippa.
I am not sad. I am glad. These are tears of gladness, not sadness. I am so happy.
But you sound so sad.
No, not sad. Glad.
It is hard for me to tell the difference in your weeping.
Oh, well, it is quite simple. These are tears of gladness. And these are tears of sadness. They're quite different.
Of course.
So how are we to escape?
I do not know. That makes you happy?
No, this is sadness.
Oh, do not cry, sister mine, for we shall escape.
Oh, Pip! This is gladness, by the way.
Heartened to find her still alive, yet baffled by her emotional fluidity, I introduced her to the mysterious servant woman.
Pleased to meet you, young Pippa.
The pleasure is all mine, hideous bearded crone.
And to Harry, who I think was quite taken with her.
Pleased to meet you, Miss Bin. Sorry, bit nervous. Don't get to talk to girls much.
Enough of this idle banter. We must get you out of that bath and escape.
Bath? But this is no bath.
Then what is it?
As you know, I am to be burned as Joan of Arc this afternoon.
Yes.
And like your school, my nunnery only has a meal every 3 months.
Yes.
So this is not bath water. It is a marinade.
No! My own sister destined to be eaten.
But not anymore. Not now you have come to rescue me.
Rosemary, garlic and olive oil. You'd have been a tasty feast, Miss Bin.
Thank you, Harry Biscuit.
I feel funny.
You arrived in the nick of time. Sister Cookswell is shortly to come and squeeze lemon juice over me and stud me with peppercorns.
Then we must leave at once.
Not without my anvil.
Before he died, our father had given Pippa an anvil, which she used to make tiny shoes for all the animals of this world.
Something so heavy will slow us down.
But it is the only reminder I have of father.
Surely you have a lighter reminder.
Well, there is this one-page letter he gave me, or this feather, or this paper bag full of his breath. But it's the anvil that really reminds me of him.
Oh, very well, you may bring it. But first, we must disguise you.
Once more, from beneath her voluminous skirts, the mysterious servant produced a disguise.
Right, let us leave. And remember, just behave like any normal dead admiral, giant rabbit, and grandfather clock.
Trafalgar, bloody good battle, apart from being killed.
Bong, 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 sister.
And good evening to you as well, Miss Clock. Nice anvil, by the way.
Just a bit further.
Against all hope, we had almost made it. But suddenly, a voice rang out which chilled me to my very marrow. I forget why I was carrying such a large vegetable. Part of the rabbit disguise, perhaps.
You four, stop exactly where you are and bend over.
Quick, everybody, this way.
We followed her down a steep staircase into a huge cavern. There was a bitter taste to the air, which Harry and I knew all too well.
The school salt mines.
One of the many, many punishments at St. Barsters was to be sent to the salt mines, where boys went mad with thirst, or to the neighbouring pepper mines, where they often sneezed themselves inside out.
This will slow the headmaster down. He will not dare come in here without reinforcements, and they will take him some time to gather.
First Brigade, take the left. Second, the right. The rest, follow me down the middle.
Damn! I forgot about the salt mine hussars. Run for it!
The salt is making me hallucinate. I keep thinking I can see a giant rabbit.
I'm dressed as a giant rabbit.
Oh, now there's two of them.
Hurry! They're gaining on us!
It's no good, I can't keep up. Leave me.
Perhaps if you stopped hopping like a rabbit.
Oh, yes, good idea.
I am going to weep now. And for your information, this will very much be a weeping of a forlorn and anguished nature.
No, I have a plan. We must smash through this wall to the neighbouring pepper mine.
But what good will that do?
You'll see. Now take these shovels and dig. Dig!
We dug as if our lives depended on it, which they did. The hussars came closer and closer. We dug harder and harder, and then...
We're through!
The pepper's coming in, mixing with the salt.
Then get down, everyone!
In those days, science wasn't as advanced as it is now. Everyone knew of people who had inexplicably exploded at mealtimes. But we did not yet know of the deadly explosive force unleashed when salt is mixed with pepper. In our ignorance, we blamed such deaths on acts of God or flammable cutlets. But this servant knew exactly what she was doing.
Achoo! Oh, damn this pepper! Achoo! Why won't it stand still and bend over?
Is everyone all right?
I think so.
I am.
Harry? Harry Biscuit?
My arm! My arm's come off! I've lost an arm!
Harry, you're dressed as Nelson.
Of course! Here it is, tucked into my jacket. Ah! I've lost an eye!
You're dressed as Nelson.
Of course! Here it is under this eye patch. It's all right. I'm fine, everyone. Did I have a third leg? No.
The scene around us was one of utter devastation. No one survived, apart from us. And then...
What have you done to my school? Bend over! Bend over, damn you!
He still lives.
Bend over! No, he doesn't. Your anvil has saved us, Pepper.
In the explosion, the anvil had been blown high into the air and had landed straight on the headmaster's head.
Come, children, we must leave.
The roof of the mine had collapsed, and we crawled out onto some sunlit moorland, where we breakfasted on some freshly exploded and heavily seasoned grass.
Well, now that's over, I can remove these vile garments.
As she peeled away the layers of clothing, warts, grime, and oddly thinly sliced cheese, she started to look strangely familiar.
But it cannot be.
Mother, is that you?
No, just a friend. Or should I say, an aunt.
Aunt?
I'm your mother's identical twin sister, your Aunt Lily.
We have no Aunt Lily.
Is she maybe my Aunt Lily?
You have an Aunt Lily?
No.
I've kept my existence a secret up till now, partly because of my work for the Imperial Secret Service, but mostly because I can't stand family functions.
That's all fascinating, newfound Aunt Lily, but now we must go to our home to rescue our mother, for Mr. Benevolent is to marry her this very afternoon.
Should I wear a hat?
No, Harry, this is no ordinary wedding, it is an evil wedding.
Over here, I have 4 of the fastest horses in Great Britain. They will take us there. Giddy up! Come on! Yeah!
Perhaps we should have got on them first.
Do not worry. I have attached 4 strong ropes from the horses to your ankles. In just a minute...
It was painful, but it was quick, and we soon reached our home.
Home. In the nunnery at night, often did I dream of returning here. Although more often I dreamt of strong men in tight breeches lifting me bodily onto a stallion.
It is your home no more, I'm afraid.
Is it maybe my home?
No, Harry. It's Pip and Pippa's. But it has become an asylum, and those are the inmates.
Of course, in these modern times of 1873, the politically correct term is lunatics. But in those days, we called them what they were. Mentalists, nut jobs, lady minds, soft heads and brains. And our home was full of them.
I can't believe it. Mentalists and nut jobs everywhere.
And lady minds and soft heads.
Not to mention the brains.
A carriage! Quick, into the ditch!
We watched from our hiding place as it drew to a halt. Then a set of steps unfolded and a familiar foot emerged. That familiar foot was attached to a lower leg I knew well. And in turn, that well-known leg connected with a thigh I had seen many times before, which itself led up to a body which I oddly didn't recognize at all. The neck, head, and face were all, however, only too prominent in my memory, for they belonged to...
Mr. Gently Benevolent.
But why is he naked?
Fetch me my clothes.
We watched as a man approached Mr. Benevolent, and this man, too, seemed oddly familiar.
Mr. Gently Benevolent, to what do I owe this pleasure?
Dr. Hardthrasher, I bring news. Your brother is dead.
Which one?
Jeremiah.
How?
Like a steak in a bad restaurant, over-seasoned and cooked to a crisp, and with an anvil for a head.
Ah, steak d'anvil. My favourite. Well, it is of no surprise to me. Jeremiah had a reputation as a hard man, but in truth he was a weakling with a milksop's heart, a fool's head, and the ears of a thin kitten. Now, what can I do for you?
I have come to take Agnes Bin with me to be married.
Hearing this, I could not restrain myself and leapt out of the ditch.
Mother!
Did you just see an enormous rabbit?
Well, there's plenty of them around. They're attracted by the mentalists. Anyway, I shall have Agnes Bin fetched for you.
This time, at the mention of our mother, it was my sister who could not restrain herself.
Mother!
Where did that clock come from?
I meant bong, 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 bong.
4 o'clock already. Time for roll call. Line up the loons.
With the recent ending of the wars against France, there were certain obsessions shared by the Durbains of Great Britain.
Napoleon! Here. Napoleon! Here. Napoleon! Here. Napoleon!
Here.
And finally, Wellington.
Here?
What, here?
My nemesis! Get him!
And then, through the melee of torn limbs and thwarted imperial ambition, I saw a figure silhouetted against the sky. My mother. As the battle raged around her, she was still, noble, beautiful. She was also being led by a burly henchman towards Mr. Benevolent's carriage.
Put her inside, henchman, and I shall take her to be married at St. Reluctance Church, some miles away. And Dr. Hardthrasher, I want you to shut everyone inside the house, lock all the doors and windows, and burn the place down.
Why?
Well, it'd be a bit of a laugh, won't it?
Splendid. And if anyone asks, I'll just say I was trying to burn the madness out of them.
We must do something.
It is too dangerous. You have more to live for than you know. I did not want to show you this so soon, but perhaps now is the time.
Reaching into a bag, Aunt Lily pulled out a newspaper. It was the London Gazette, dated just a week before, and on it was a painting of the docks at Portsmouth.
Look closely.
We squinted hard at the picture, and there, in the bottom corner, bound and chained, sat a figure with a familiar face.
Father!
He is alive!
We must find him, and we must rescue Mother.
We should probably stop the mentalists, nutjobs, soft heads, lady minds, and durbrains from being burnt.
As we watched, Mr. Benevolent climbed into his carriage and departed with my mother. And meanwhile, Dr. Hardthrasher prepared to burn the asylum. We faced a terrible dilemma. Did we save my mother or the innocent durbrains?
What an awful situation to be in. What did you do? I bet you saved the lunatics. No, your mother. Did you save her first? No, don't tell me. Actually, do tell me.
No, that is enough for today.
Our readers will lap it up like a bowl of lovely gin.
Then return next week, and you shall hear more.
Of course. Goodbye, Sir Philip, and goodbye, Lady Lily.
Goodbye. So, Father, how do you feel?
Like an elephant has just got up from sitting on me. It is a great relief, but I am badly bruised and everything smells a bit funny.
And is there much more to tell?
Oh, indeed there is. When he returns, he shall hear how we saved both the mentalists and my mother. But lost something far, far greater.
Bleak Expectations was written by Mark Evans and starred Richard Johnson as Sir Philip Bin, Tom Allen as young Pip, Anthony Head as Mr. Benevolent, Geoffrey Whitehead as Mr. Hearthrasher, Celia Imrie as Aunt Lily, Susie Kane as Pippa, Sarah Hadland as Lily, and James Barkman as Harry Biscuit. Wellington was played by Mark Evans. It was produced by Gareth Edwards. Bleak Expectations by Mark Evans. Chapter the 3rd. A Youth Utterly Crocked.
I see in the paper that Hampshire beat Kent.
Cricket, Father?
No, small localised war. I can't imagine Sussex was too pleased to be caught in the middle of that. And though it pains me to admit it, that vexatious journalist Sarquill has done a passable job on the latest instalment of my life story.
Is he to return soon, Father?
As a matter of fact, he's due here any minute.
Oh, goody.
Goody? You view his arrival as goody?
I merely meant...
Is that a blush I see on your cheek?
No. I am just a little warm, and my corset is a little unyielding. Also, my bodice is rather constraining. My outer pants are somewhat restrictive. My inner pants are far from loose, and my special proxydermal anti-man pants are massively, massively tight.
Excellent. Yes, Servo, what is it?
Sir, a boy has just delivered a telegram from Mr. Sarquill.
Let me see. Apologies for late arrival. Stop. Am trapped in telegram office. Stop. Damn him.
A second telegram from him arrived at the same time, sir.
Have just been rescued by telegram delivery boy. Stop. Shall keep him with me so I can inform you of my progress. Stop. Damn his eyes, and his ears, and his ankles, and his spleen, and most of all, damn his perineum.
And a third telegram, sir.
Have just entered house and am outside door. Stop. Shall knock imminently. Stop.
Mr. Sarquill, sir.
Take this down, telegram boy. To Sir Philip Bin, address just beside the fireplace. Have just arrived. Stop. Shall we begin? Stop.
Stop, stop, stop!
Sorry, is that a telegram in reply?
You, telegram boy, leave.
But I haven't said anything yet.
Serve well and Lily, leave us.
Yes, Father. Another time, Mr. Sarquill.
Of course, Lady Lily.
And you, Sarquill, my story continues now. With my sister Pippa, my best friend Harry Biscuit, and my Aunt Lily, I had escaped from St. Bastard's School and had returned to my family home, which had been turned into a lunatic asylum. My mother, who had been driven completely mad by my father's death, was an inmate, but not for long, as before my very eyes, my evil guardian, Mr. Gently Benevolent, bundled her into his coach and took her away to marry her.
No, Mother!
We must follow her.
Children, no! You cannot catch a coach and horses at full gallop.
Can't I? Watch me.
I ran as fast as I could, and for a moment I believed I was going to gain on them. My legs were strong, my lungs were mighty, my spirit was towering. And then I ran into a tree. I rebounded from the tree into a fence, from the fence into a row of saplings, and from the saplings into a pile of strangely placed disused church bells.
Damn! I'd have caught them if it hadn't been for that tree, that fence, and those saplings.
What about the church bells, Pip Bin?
And the church bells. Thank you, Harry Biscuit.
Pursuit of your mother has to wait. We must free the asylum inmates.
She was right. The place was run by Dr. Hardthrasher, a cruel man whose methods were barbaric, and not in the kind and gentle sense of the word.
Right. Let us see if we can burn the lunacy out of these madness-addled insano-naughts. Lock all the doors and windows, place kindling around the building, douse it in petrol, and prepare to burn, baby, burn, loony inferno. Now, does anyone have a light?
Will this help?
Flintlock pistol, that'll do the trick. Just fire it in there and it's flambéed mentalist all round.
I don't think so, Doctor. Now step away from the kindling. Stop rubbing those small stones together and step back.
Sorry.
Now, children, open the doors.
Merci.
Sacre bleu!
After the recent wars with France, the asylum was filled with people deluded into thinking that they were Napoleon.
Austerlitz bon, Waterloo merde.
Now, what shall we do with you, Dr. Hardthrasher?
After a brief discussion, we decided that the doctor's punishment should rest in the hands of the patient. So we dressed him as Louis XVI, tied him to a replica guillotine, and left the Napoleons to decide his fate.
You'll pay for this, you weak-minded, mock-Napoleonic, pseudo-imperial... No!
The inmates ignored the razor-sharp blade and simply pushed over the guillotine on top of the doctor.
Now come, we must go to St. Reluctance and rescue Mother.
But before we could set off, we saw an astonishing sight. There was a row of shrubs in front of the house, and one of them suddenly stood up and came towards us.
Look, a walking rhododendron.
Nonsense, Harry Biscuit. It is not a walking rhododendron. It is a walking azalea.
No, it is neither. It is a person dressed as such.
As we looked, we could make out human features. An eye here, a leg there, maybe a chin, 2 arms and a mouth, and luckily not in the order I've just described them, or it would have been a hideous sight indeed.
Poppy, is that you?
After my father's death, my youngest sister, Poppy, had run away into the grounds of the house. No one had seen her since.
Why, Pip, you are right. Poppy, it is I, your sister Pippa. Oh, joy! I've been living wild in the countryside these past weeks, disguised as a rhododendron.
Told you.
Hoping you would return.
Yes. Now we 3 siblings are reunited.
Pippa, Poppy, and Pip. Poppy, Pip, and Pippa. Pip, Pippa, and Poppy.
And Parry Pisket.
Children, I am happy you are reunited, but we must rescue your mother.
Mother!
Are you all ready for the task?
I have my determination.
I have my ingenuity. And I have my anvil. You still have the anvil Father gave you, dear Pippa? It is my only reminder of him. Alas, it is such a heavy reminder.
Then, dear sister, I shall carry it for you.
We set off, but had been walking barely 10 minutes when we noticed terrible thunderclouds building. In these modern times of 1873, we have tamed the climate by means of liberal burnings of coal and gas. But in those days, the weather was far more severe. Everyone remembers tales of the Thames freezing over, but we forget that in summer, the River Severn used regularly to boil. The people of Shrewsbury would stand on a bridge and hurl tea, milk, and sugar over the edge, then rush downstream to have a lovely cuppa straight from the river. And the winds. Few people remember that Norwich used to be in Somerset. Until a storm blew the entire town all the way to Norfolk, which explains why Somerset and Norfolk accents are so similar. It's not just actors being lazy. Rain lashed at us like an angry sadist in a lash factory, soaking us to the skin. Visibility dropped, and I had a sudden and horrible realization.
Hello? Pippa? Poppy? Harry? Aunt Lily?
I was alone. The rain came down, harder and harder, and on I plodded, hoping that I would find my companions again. And I was just thinking that it couldn't possibly get any wetter when I realized that it wasn't raining anymore and that I'd walked into a lake. I was famished, and so before leaving the lake, I caught 3 underwater squirrels and ate them raw. They were delicious, which is one of the main reasons why they're now extinct. Then I saw, across the marshes, a church spire. Was it Saint Reluctance? Could I yet save my mother? I ran towards it as fast as I could, given that I was soaked to the skin, full of delicious squirrels, and carrying an anvil. And eventually entered the churchyard. It seemed deserted.
Hello? Is there anyone here?
No.
Oh. Hang on a second.
Suddenly, a dread figure appeared, shackles round his ankles, with a terrible scar on his face.
Hush, boy. Now, quickly, before I cut you from gizzard to guzzard, what's your name?
Pip, sir. Pip Bin. What is yours?
My name is Abertwitch. Bakewell Abertwitch.
And do you have a twitch?
No, but I do bake well.
Sir, what was your crime?
I stole a loaf of bread.
Is that all?
Well, no. Originally, I stole some flour, yeast, salt and water. But the peelers gave chase, so I shoved it down my trousers and ran. Trouble was, in the chase, everything got mixed up. I got all hot, and by the time they caught me, I baked a nice little loaf in my trousers. Now, if only I had some way of breaking these shackles.
I've got an anvil.
That is mighty convenient. Right, I am off, but I shall not forget you, young Mick Grin.
That's Pip Bin.
One day I shall find you again and repay your kindness, Tim Spin.
It's Pip Bin.
Your name will live in my heart forever, Dret Flem.
No, it's...
But it was too late. He fled across the marshes, and I was alone, but not for long.
Pip Bin!
Harry Biscuit, I'm over here.
Harry quickly joined me, and I enfolded him in a manly embrace, with no hint of forbidden love or anything other than strong, non-beastly companionship.
Where are the others?
Not far behind. In fact, I see them coming now.
Whoa! Now run along, helpful beasts. Gloucestershire racing cows, the fastest thing on 6 legs.
Dear brother Pip, how glad I am to see you, and my anvil. Is Mr. Benevolent here yet with Mother?
The storm will have slowed him. Wait! Here they come! Quick! All hide behind this one massive gravestone.
Come along, Agnes Bin. Your children can't save you now, for you are to marry me. Won't that be fun, eh?
Doc! A dark room can be enhanced by using bright colours and scatter cushions, which you set on fire.
Still mad as a cracker, eh? No matter, sanity and marriage rarely go hand in hand.
We need a plan.
I know. How about we chop down the trees here, whittle them into the form of a rudimentary trebuchet, and hurl heavy objects at the church until Mr. Benevolent surrenders and we can all have cake?
Right, I'll tell you what, Harry. Why don't you stay out here with Pippa and Poppy and work on that, while Pip and I just go in and save her?
OK.
Let's go.
Now, what exactly is a trebuchet?
It's a type of large catapult.
Thanks.
Good afternoon, Reverend. Is everything ready?
Yes, Mr. Benevolent.
Excellent. Nothing can stop me now.
But something could. Aunt Lily and I had silently crept into the church and now stood poised, ready to challenge our nemesis. Unfortunately, at that moment, I knocked over a large pile of prayer books, which disturbed a nest of church mice. And the mice startled me so that I fell backwards onto the organ.
Hold on a second. Is there someone there?
Step away from the bride-to-be, Benevolent.
Ooh, A pistol. Scary.
No ordinary pistol. This is a 44 flintlock, the most powerful pistol in the world. And at this range, it could blow your head clean off. I know what you're thinking. Did I fire one shot, or was it maybe only none? In all the excitement, I lost count. So you've got to ask yourself a question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do ya, punk?
Actually, I feel incredibly lucky.
Let's see, shall we? Oh dear, you lucky bugger.
Maybe you didn't keep your powder dry. Henchman? This is my henchman, Mr. Henchman. A very strong and obedient man. He is also a mute. Henchman, make sure these odious rats disturb me no more. And now for a wedding.
If this is a wedding, how come there is a coffin on the altar?
The coffin is to be your mother's going-away outfit.
No!
Yes, the Reverend here has very kindly agreed to conduct 2 services today, 1 marriage and 1 funeral.
It's what I like to call a buy one, get one free offer.
Silence, Reverend Supermarket. We have a wedding to conduct, then a bridal burial.
No!
Reverend, marry us.
Very well. Do you, gently, lovely, kissy, nice, benevolent, take...
Yes, I do, blah-de-blah-de-blah. Yes, get on with it.
Very well. Do you, Agnes Bin, take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband?
She does.
I must hear it from her lips.
I do.
From her?
Don't do it, Mother.
Do you?
Come on, say it, you mentalist witch! Say I do!
Good lighting and use of pastels can create the illusion of space in a small room. So can knocking out the walls and filling it with geese.
There, she said it.
She did not. Mr. Benevolent, this woman is clearly far too mad to marry.
But my evil plan... Wait, I know. The daughters. I shall marry one of them. Or both.
You shall never find them, Benevolent. I have hidden them from your evil grasp.
Aren't they just outside in the churchyard?
Great, Pip. Well done.
To the churchyard.
We were in a tight spot, but luckily, help was at hand.
Finished!
Harry had, against all common sense, actually built his trebuchet. And he used it to deadly effect.
No! You have killed Henchman.
That anvil really is proving more and more useful.
Come on! We must save Pepper and Poppy.
But my mother...
Flowers and plants can enhance a room, but so can stuffed dogs, dead cats, and boiled rabbits. Isn't that right, Colin?
Oh, Mother.
Reluctantly, we abandoned my mother to her interior design theme madness and hurried outside to where Harry and my sisters were hiding.
I will marry them, I will!
Harry, we must use your trebuchet to fire you all to safety.
Beside the church ran a river. If we could cross that, we would be safe, while Aunt Lily held off Mr. Benevolent.
Want them!
Get off!
The rest of us climbed into the basket of Harry's trebuchet and pointed it across the river.
Ready, everyone?
Yes!
But before Harry could fire his device, Mr. Benevolent slipped past Aunt Lily and grabbed Poppy.
Aha! Got one!
Damn!
Poppy!
Harry, wait!
Too late!
We made it!
From the opposite side of the river, we watched helplessly as Mr. Benevolent and Aunt Lily tussled over Poppy.
Give her here!
Never! Oh, this tussling really hurts.
And finally, Aunt Lily wrenched her from his grasp
Give her back!
Never!
and ran with her towards the river. Together, they plunged in, but the river was high, and they were buffeted terribly. The current caught them, and they disappeared. But then an arm thrust up from the flood and grabbed an overhanging tree branch.
Help us! I can't hold on much longer. Take Poppy first.
We dragged Poppy to safety and were reaching for Aunt Lily when we saw a shadow moving swiftly towards her under the water, a deadly shoal of underwater squirrels.
Look out, Aunt Lily, underwater squirrels!
They swarmed around her, trying to drag her away. We hauled at her, but the squirrels hauled back. and we were in imminent danger of being dragged into the river ourselves.
These squirrels are fearfully strong.
Hold on, Aunt Lily.
It's no good, children. Do not try and rescue me. Save yourselves.
Oh, all right. Everyone let go of Aunt Lily.
Okay. What? No! Don't go. I didn't mean it. Do rescue me. Oh, never mind. Ow! Stop biting me, you squirrely scum. Go to London, children. I will find you there. If I live, which I might. Ow! You should never bite anyone there, you rude squirrel.
She is lost, and it is at least partly our fault.
Indeed, I feared the squirrels had sought vengeance for the 3 of their kind I had eaten in the lake, which really were delicious.
Harry Biscuit, what is it?
Your aunt, the river. It reminded me of my poor mother.
Why, Harry Biscuit?
After my father died, she went insane and took her own life.
How?
She became convinced that she was literally a biscuit. Not just one in name. She believed she was a chocolate digestive called Susan.
What was her real name?
Susan. That much was still sane. But do you remember an incident when the people of Shrewsbury made tea in the River Severn? My mother heard of it and threw herself into the river. She climbed out, then threw herself in again, climbed out once more, threw herself in again, and so on, until she appeared no more.
Drowned.
Dunked. She dunked herself to death. After that, the Biscuit family fortune was snapped up by my late father's arch-rivals, Lord and Lady Flapjack.
A tragic and woeful story. But now to London, like our probably late Aunt Lily said.
But as we walked, I noticed all was not well with one of our number.
Dear Sister Poppy, are you all right?
Cold. So cold.
I've always found you very friendly.
No, physically cold. So physically cold.
She is soaked from the river. We must find warmth and shelter.
Hang on a second. This large conurbation we seem to have just entered. Could it be London?
London! You're in London! Get your London here!
Buildings soared above us, sometimes 2 or even 3 stories high. And the air was thick with the smell of horse manure and gin.
So cold. Need a warm room.
We shall get you one, dear Poppy.
But we have no money.
Then let's get begging. Honey? Anyone got any honey? Spare honey?
It's money, Harry.
Shame, I like honey.
Money. Please, may we have some money?
Money? You beg for money?
We do.
Then you're condemned by your own mouth. Begging is anti-Christian behaviour. Take them up to the workhouse.
Of course, this was in the days before the disarmament of the Salvation Army. We were driven at bayonet point to the workhouse. As we went, I realised there was something familiar about the beadle.
My name is Beadle Ezekiel Hardthrasher. And while I am full of Christian goodness, you are all stricken with the disease of poverty. And why are you povertous? You lack the Christian virtues of hard work, discipline, and lots of money. But by God's will, we will inculcate these virtues in you, even if we have to hold you down and force them into you like some kind of human moral sausage.
We retired to the workhouse sleepatorium, a dismal space with only straw for bedding and bread and water for sustenance. All was degradation and misery. But then...
Pip Bin, is that you?
It was Mr. Parsimonius, a friend of my father's, and ironically the most generous of men. But now he was a sorry sight, his former nobility and fine clothing gone. Yet he was still his old generous self.
Oh, dear Pip, how I wish we had met in better circumstances. But still, you must have a present, though I have so little to give. Wait, I know. Have this crust of bread, this green and rock-like crust. Oh, and you simply must have some fetid water. And these rags, all my tattered rags. And lice. All must have lice.
With that, he began to cry, which in those days it was still illegal for a man to do.
Oh, and these tears. Oh, you must have these salty tears of shame and regret. My misery. Have some of my misery. Please, won't someone share in my misery?
Mr. Parsimonious, do not cry.
But it's all gone a bit shit.
Nonsense. You're with us now. This is my friend, Harry Biscuit.
How do you do?
Terribly. Really, really terribly.
And my sisters.
How good it is to see you, Mr. Parsimonious.
And you, dear Pippa, even though everything is rubbish. And Poppy, how's Poppy?
I'm cold. I'm so cold. I fear she is seriously unwell.
We think it might be a cold.
It is as if the icy waters of the river have crept into my soul. I fear I shall never be warm again.
We must get help. Harry, fetch the beadle.
Harry rushed off, and we waited anxiously as Poppy became colder and bluer before our very eyes.
I understand that you godless paupers seek assistance.
It is our sister. She is freezing to death. Please help her.
Nonsense. If she nears death, she nears the kingdom of heaven. What Christian could begrudge another being such a wonderful happening?
But please help me.
You'll be warm soon, young lady. Warm in God's embrace.
I'd rather be warm here.
No, you go to God. I envy you.
I can't feel my legs or my arms. My head is numb. There's no feeling in my chest. All I can feel is a tiny bit of my stomach.
And how does that feel?
Cold.
Might have guessed.
There are angels around me. And I can see Jesus.
You lucky cow.
He has a warm coat for me and soup. Hot soup. Thank you, Jesus. A toasted muffin. Yes, please. How warming. Of course I'll come closer to the fire. Closer. Closer. The flames are so hypnotic but warm. Goodbye, dear brother and sister. I'm going now. Going. Gone. No! At least now she is in a better place.
Actually, the fire imagery makes it quite clear she's in hell.
But she saw Jesus.
The devil in a Jesus costume. He does that a lot. Now sleep. For tomorrow you work to remove the stain of poverty from your souls.
And so, Pippa and I were comforted by Mr. Parsimonious and Harry Biscuit. Yet our sister was dead. Would it be long before we shared her fate?
That's so sad. Poppy died, she died, I can't bear it.
And you think I could, you bloody fool?
No, but it's so sad. I can't take any more of this emotion.
Then leave and return next week, when you shall hear more.
Yes.
Well, Father, how do you feel?
These are hard memories to relate, dear daughter.
Well, sometimes it is good to talk about these emotions.
This is 1873. Emotions are like port. To be corked up tight in a bottle, left in the cellar for 40 years, and then given to your godson on his 21st birthday. When Sir Quill returns, he shall hear more. How we escaped the workhouse, how I made my fortune, and how I was nearly lost to the depths of the ocean.
Bleak Expectations was written by Mark Evans and starred Richard Johnson as Sir Philip Bin, Tom Allen as young Pip, Anthony Head as Mr. Benevolent, Celia Imrie as Aunt Lily, Lawrence Howarth as Mr. Parsimonious, Geoffrey Whitehead as Dr. Hardthrasher, Susie Kane as Pippa, Perdita Weeks as Poppy, Sarah Hadland as Lily, James Barkman as Harry Biscuit, Mark Perry as Bakewell, and Mark Evans as the Reverend. It was produced by Gareth Edwards. Bleak Expectations by Mark Evans. Chapter the 4th, A Young Adulthood Bitterly Dismantled.
Damn Blast, hell's teeth, and God's elbow. Lily! Lily!
There is no need to shout, Father.
Shouting made this country great. The sun never sets on the British Empire because if it ever did, someone would shout at it and it would have to come right back up again.
Oh, Father.
Where is that accursed journalist Sarkwill?
Mr. Sarkwill, sir.
Good morning.
Mr. Sarkwill, you are late.
I regret to say, Sir Philip, that I was delayed by a demonstration in Parliament Square. Some women had chained themselves to railings in protest at their place in society.
Nonsense. They did not chain themselves. They were chained to the railings by their husbands, so that they were not stolen while the men were inside at important meetings.
Father!
These protests are merely a foolish fad.
Father, that is not true. When you're a suffragette all the way, from your first cigarette to your last dying day.
And I can't abide women smoking, unless they've been set fire to. But enough of these pleasantries. Are you ready to continue with my life story, Mr. Sarkwill?
Oh, of course, sir. Once I have retrieved my pen from this box here.
Oh, that's a large box for a pen.
Well, no ordinary pen, this. It is a new type of pen invented by science.
How modern of you.
And here it is.
Well, that's not a pen, it's a peacock.
No, it is a pencock. The bird has been filled with special ink. All you have to do is remove a feather to use as a quill. Only it does make the peacock frightfully cross. The feathers grow back over time, and to refill it, you simply place the animal in a bucket of ink. It is entirely organic and environmentally sustainable.
Not so sustainable now.
You shot my pencock.
Pens should be like women, silent and disposable. Now, continue.
Yes,
Perhaps you might like to borrow my pen.
Oh, that is most kind of you. Thank you.
How does it write?
Perfectly.
Stop being nice to each other and listen. My story continues now. My sister Poppy had died, and I was trapped in a London workhouse with my best friend Harry Biscuit, my sister Pippa, and my father's old companion, Mr. Parsimonius, the most generous of men. The workhouse was run by Beadle Hardthrasher, a man who was as kind as he was jolly, which was not at all.
To atone for your hideous unchristian poverty, I will work you into the arms of the ever-loving Jesus, by which I mean death.
Harry and I were put to work in a bottling factory where my job was to test the bottles, which I did by having them smashed over my head.
Bow your head. A bottle as weak as the human spirit.
Ow!
What? You cry out? Did our Lord Jesus cry out on the cross? No. He recited poetry and composed witty epigrams. Right, next bottle. Bow your head.
Really? Ow!
Behold, a good, strong bottle. Let us test it once more. Alas. This bottle's faith has fallen short.
Harry's job was to pick up the pieces of broken bottle with his tongue.
The Lord gave us brooms and brushes, but they make us proud, and proudity is a sin. The tongue is your true path to glory.
Yes, sir.
We worked a 23.5-hour day, and in the remaining half an hour, we had to eat, sleep, and perform 27 minutes of prayers.
And Holy Ghost, amen.
Amen.
And so to bed.
Arise, sinners! Sleeping is blasphemy.
I feared we would not long survive. One night, I was helping Mr. Parsimonius to peel potatoes. Not to be eaten. Beadle Hardthrasher believed that potatoes were shaped like the face of Satan, and so must be peeled into the shape of the cross. There were 10,000, and all we had to peel them with was a carrot.
Young Pip, I am very much afraid we shall die in this place.
Oh, it is not so bad.
Search your peelings, you know it to be true.
I knew he was right. In that bleak place, I realized only a greater power could help us. I got down on my knees and I began to pray. I was prepared to wait months, years even, for God to deliver me from the suffering I was in, for even the pious are seldom rewarded swiftly. Patience was all.
Dear God, please...
Letter containing lots of money for Pip Bin!
Well, that was quicker than I expected.
Inside was a sheet of paper, but no ordinary paper. It was a £312 note.
We are saved! Pippa, Harry Biscuit, look!
I have never seen so much money in one note.
But where did it come from, dear brother?
Wait, there is a second piece of paper. Dear Pip Bin, hope this helps out. Yours sincerely, that convict you helped in the recent past.
But the beadle was not impressed.
Money, you have money. Money is the work of the horned one.
Do you mean goats?
And worse, your money was not earned by Christian sweat, Christian toil, and Christian exploitation of the poor. That, in my book, is blasphemy, and seeing as my book is the Bible, I am right.
But, sir...
No buts. Hard study of the Scriptures for you.
Hard study of the Scriptures meant standing in front of a wall of stones onto which books of the Bible had been written, which was then pushed on top of you.
The true path to Christian knowledge is through direct bodily contact with the Bible.
But I was determined to escape. And as he prepared to topple the wall onto me, I charged at him. Together, we smashed into the holy wall. Blocks of scripture tumbled down. Deuteronomy plummeted past my left ear. Numbers past my right. And all 4 Gospels narrowly missed my body. But Beadle Hardthruster was not so lucky.
Oh! He has been struck!
There he lay, his chest crushed by Revelations, his legs pinned by Leviticus, and Ruth balanced on his head.
Yay! Got him!
Get off the man's head, Ruth. Give him some dignity.
Sorry.
He is dead.
Now come, let us reclaim our lives.
In triumph, we went to the finest restaurant in all of London, Snetterton's Eatorium.
Madam, sirs, are you ready to order?
We'll have the crispy deep-fried elephant to share as a starter.
Yum.
And for my main course, I'd like the roast dodo. Is that rare?
Increasingly so. Madam?
Just an otter salad, please.
And Mr. Parsimonious?
I shall have the fruits of the forest platter, a dish of badgers, hedgehogs, weasels and stoats, delicately garnished with a whole oak tree.
Splendid. Harry?
What is this dish, the multi-layered meat feast?
It is an ox stuffed with a slightly smaller ox, stuffed with a tiny ox, stuffed with a sheep, stuffed with a goose, stuffed with a duck, stuffed with a hen, stuffed with a wren, stuffed with a robin, stuffed with a hummingbird, stuffed with a mouse.
Heavens! However do they prepare that?
They carefully line the animals up, nose to tail, and then startle the mouse. The mouse runs straight inside the hummingbird, which is in itself startled and runs into the robin, and so on.
I'll have that, please.
I'm afraid it's off, sir. They didn't line them up carefully enough, and now the kitchen is in bestial chaos.
Then I'll just have the spaniel tartare.
And to drink?
Your drinks have been taken care of already, sir.
By whom?
By that gentleman over there.
I looked across the restaurant and saw my evil guardian, Mr. Gently Benevolent.
He has sent over this bottle.
Chateau Cyanide?
Sounds delicious. Let me have some.
No, Harry. I do not trust Mr. Benevolent.
He also sent a note.
Dear Pip Bin, if I was to say I'm glad to see you alive, I would be lying.
Yes, I can read it for myself, you know.
Just trying to be helpful.
Mr. Benevolent, please leave us.
Seeing as we are in public and I can do nothing terribly evil, very well. But watch out, Pip Bin. You thwarted my plans and I will have revenge. Incidentally, your mother sends her love.
Where is she, you monster?
She is... No, I'm not telling. Goodbye, Pip Bin.
And now, sir, your crispy deep-fried elephant will be prepared before your very eyes.
Mr. Benevolent was a painful reminder all was not safe. I determined to invest my fortune wisely, and so I sought financial advice.
Mr. Parsimonious, you are my father's business partner, and now you must become mine.
Well then, there are many suitable schemes. First, a share issue for the new Prussian drilling concern.
Drilling for what?
Mustard. Custard. Basically all the yellow rhyming liquids.
Tempting. What else?
Property investment.
Tell me more.
A simple series of leased remortgages paying back 9p on the capital sum with an amortised bond of 7% of the accrued interest in the contractual monies of the loan stipendiary fiscalisation.
I was hoping for something more complicated.
The company is the reputable partnership of Crooked, Rip-Off and Don't.
I'm interested. Anything else?
Investors are wanted for a new club where men can enjoy smoking cigars in the wonderful atmosphere of gas. And finally, a Mr. George Stevenson is looking for capital to build a so-called steam locomotive. But that's just madness. Madness, I tell you, it'll never happen, never.
Very well, I am decided. All of them, except the steam locomotive nonsense.
I made my investments and sat back to await news of my increasing fortune.
Extra, extra! Mustard and custard stripe turns out to be just yellow oil!
Oh. Oh well, plenty more investments left.
Extra! House remortgage scam exposed. Crooked, rip-off and Don't turn out to be thieving scoundrels.
Well, the new cigar club filled with gas will see me right. Oh. Well, at least I didn't invest in that madman Stevenson scheme.
Extra! Invention of the railways. First mass transportation network and massive boom in economy bound to follow.
Bugger.
And thus, as suddenly as we've been rich, we were poor again.
It is all my fault. I fear the workhouse has addled my business brain.
No, your advice was good. Just a little bit exactly the opposite of what it should have been.
He had ruined us, yet I could hold no malice against him. Although, one time I did sort of accidentally punch him. Now there was nothing for it, we had to get jobs.
Is there money to be made from being pretty?
Yes, but I fear not in a wholesome way. Harry Biscuit, what about you?
I shall take to the stage as Harry Biscuit, the human swan.
Well, good luck with that. Mr. Parsimonious.
I shall sell business advice to people and then run after them begging them to do the opposite of what I just said.
As for myself, I decided that I would become a best-selling novelist.
Right. Here we go. Chapter 1. It was the best of times, and so everyone was lovely and happy. The end. No, rubbish! How Ebenezer Scrooge hated Harvest Festival. Nonsense, nonsense.
By dawn, I was still unpublished, and the room was knee-deep in discarded novels.
Good morning, Pip-Bin.
And to you, tell me, how did Harry Biscuit the human swan go?
Not so well. I broke a man's arm. And the king tried to eat me. How is your novelising going?
All this paper is my failed attempt. So much of it. Ow, a paper cup. Ow, and another. Damn this paper. It is inconvenient and dangerous.
Yes, and looking at a newspaper that I tripped over on the way home, I read that waste paper-related injuries are up 40% so far this year.
If only there was somewhere we could put waste paper other than tossing it casually on the floor.
And then the idea came to me.
But of course, that's it. How about some sort of cylindrical device, closed at the bottom, open at the top, in which you could put waste paper, or indeed any rubbish. I need a name.
For what, Pip-Bin?
That's it! Harry, you're a genius. I shall name it after myself, and it shall be called the Pipperator.
Great name.
Now, I must take our remaining money to a foundry to build this device.
Within the week, I had a prototype of my Pipperator.
What do you think?
It's stunning. It must be 50 feet high and 20 feet across.
New technology's always rather bulky at first, but the size soon comes down. Remember the first spinning jenny? It was the size of Scotland. But now, you can very nearly fit one in a normal 10-acre room. Why don't you try it, Pippa?
How?
Do you have anything you wish to discard?
Why, yes. I have been carrying this paper bag for 3 years for want of anywhere to dispose of it.
Then simply climb the ladder and place it in the Pipperator.
Oh, I see. It seems so complicated at first, but it's really quite intuitive.
What do you think, Mr. Parsimonius, my trusted anti-expert?
It's a terrible idea and will never catch on.
Marvellous!
The name, however, is excellent.
Not so marvellous. Then we need a name other than the Pipperator.
How about the Disposathon 4000?
Even better.
I know. As a tribute to our parents, it should be given our family name.
The Bin. Mr. Parsimonius?
Terrible name.
Then the Bin it is! We shall go into production immediately, and one day I hope there will be a bin in every town in Britain.
I was wrong, of course. Through the application of those twin jewels of British manufacturing, science and child labour, the bin was soon small enough to fit in any domestic room. People loved it.
I can't believe we lived so long with rubbish simply lying about. Now you just download it all to the bin.
I love the different colours they come in.
And if you get fed up with one, you can throw it away in another, fractionally bigger bin.
Money rolled in so fast I hardly knew what to do with it. So I asked Mr. Parsimonius and did the opposite.
You could invest in ships made from paper and old colanders.
All right, I won't.
But whatever you do, don't put any money into this so-called telegraph system.
All right, I will.
Within a few short months, I was that richest of men, 1,000 heir. And with money came fame. So it was that I was invited to a ball by His Majesty King George IV.
To think that we were recently in the Workhouse.
Indeed, dear sister. And Harry Biscuit, are you enjoying yourself?
I am, Pip-Bin, although such events make me nervous. And those nerves make me very, very clumsy.
Perhaps a glass of champagne will steady your nerves.
Good idea. Oh, sorry. Sorry, everyone. I did warn you.
As Harry slopped champagne down his trousers, I experienced a happiness I'd not felt in a long time. And then, suddenly, that happiness fled.
Pip-Bin, how utterly undelightful to see you.
And good evening to you too, Mr. Benevolent.
Good evening, he says. Good evening. Your good evenings will not last, Pip-Bin. One day soon I shall greet you by saying bad evening, and you will have no choice but to sadly shake your head and say, yes, yes, it is a bad evening.
I nearly struck him then, but my hand was stayed by the arrival of a face I knew well from coins, stamps, and portraits of the king. For it was the king. George IV himself.
Damn, Mr. Bin!
Sir, I'm honoured to be recognised.
Your marvellous invention has transformed life at the palace. We now have somewhere to put the dead dogs and servants.
I'm glad to hear it.
Ah, the pain! The damnable pain!
Sir?
I'm sorry. It's this beastly gout. Oh, it's like a small child stabbing me repeatedly in the foot with a fork.
I looked down and, to my surprise, saw a small child stabbing him repeatedly in the foot with a fork.
Sir, there is a small child stabbing you repeatedly in the foot with a fork.
Yes. Yes, the gout is on the other foot. The small child with the fork is to balance the pain out over both feet.
I see, sir.
Ah, the pain! The damnable pain! I'm sorry. It's the small child stabbing me repeatedly in the foot with a fork. Oh, it feels just like gout. Damn this gout! Damn this child!
As I watched the king walk away, I decided to seek out Harry and Pippa to tell them of my royal meeting. But the two of them were chatting on the dance floor.
I feel somewhat nervous. Forgive me if I'm a little clumsy.
Of course.
Sorry about that. Sorry, everyone.
Oh, my leg! He's broken my leg!
My mistake, sorry. Sorry, that was me.
My enjoyment of Pippa's elegant pirouettes and Harry's inept flailing was soon interrupted, however.
Are you that bin fellow?
I am he.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Admiral Hardthrasher.
He was obviously a veteran of many campaigns. His face was grimly scarred with powder burns, and as I shook his hand, it was curiously hard to the touch.
Forgive my wooden hand. The fact is, after the body parts I've had blown off in battle, I'm made mostly of wood. This leg here, teak. The other one, balsa. Helps me float if I fall overboard. The right arm's oak, the left one's willow. Doubles as a cricket bat. These ribs, pure mahogany. Look at the grain, lovely. My kidneys are elder. I've got a sycamore liver, and my lungs are pure elm. And my hair is chestnut. But enough about me. I believe you were once a pupil of my brother Jeremiah's.
Sir, I was.
I also believe you were responsible for his death.
Might have been.
And I say to you, good work. He was a weakling and a coward, not a naval man at all, with his lax ways and ill discipline.
You run a tight ship, do you, sir?
I have the honour of commanding His Majesty's 6th Flotilla from aboard my flagship, HMS Grrrr.
My Aunt Lily, before she had almost certainly died, had given me a picture from the London Gazette in which my father could be seen on the docks at Portsmouth. Perhaps this was my chance to go there and investigate.
Might I visit your ship sometime?
It would be an honour to have such a great inventor on board. Why don't you come down tomorrow?
Early the next day, I headed for Portsmouth. I found my way to the docks by following the sound of prostitutes, and the Admiral welcomed me on board.
This is the officers' mess, so called because it is traditionally a terrible mess. Of course, your invention stopped that, so we're renaming it the officers' tidy. And this is the punishment quarters.
This seems to be the biggest room on board.
Yes, we do a lot of punishment.
The cat o' nine tails?
Cat o' nine tails. We have no use for such a pathetic device as the cat o' nine tails. Our cat has 28 tails. We also have a dog of 5 spikes, a rabbit of 10 punches, and a specially trained biting ferret. And then there are the more traditional punishments, such as keel hauling and horsewhipping, for which we use a real horse. In fact, one is about to happen now.
Stand still, sailor.
Now, let me talk you through the ships in my flotilla. Over there is HMS Anger, then HMS Take That, You Filthy French Swine. HMS Take That, You Filthy English Swine. We captured that one off the French. And all lined up, we have HMS War, HMS Huh, HMS What Is It Good For, and HMS Absolutely Nothing.
Say it again?
I never repeat myself anymore.
A fine fleet indeed.
Now, step into my cabin and tell me how you disposed of my brother Jeremiah.
Oh, it was quite simple, really. Much easier than your other brothers, Obadiah and Ezekiel. They took some killing, I can tell you.
You were responsible for the deaths of Obadiah and Ezekiel.
Maybe a bit.
I may have despised Jeremiah, but I loved the others as if they were my brothers. Which they were. Therefore I, Hasdrubal Heartthrasher, am forced to take action. Boatswain!
Sir?
Take this heathen murderer below.
Cursing my luck, I was dragged below decks and imprisoned. Above, I heard the sounds of the ship preparing to depart.
Weigh anchor and hoist the mainsail. Midden troops to puncty and splice the shimmy shangles.
And I knew that even if I escaped the ship, I would be trapped in the middle of the English Channel. Terror gripped me as I stared at the walls of my prison. And then, in the darkness, carved into the wood, I saw something that gave me great resolve.
What's that? T.B. My father's initials.
So my father had been on board HMS Grrr, and with his last ounce of strength, he had managed to carve his initials. Then, with another last ounce, he had carved a letter.
Dear Pip, Pippa, Poppy, and my dear wife Agnes, I am trapped on this ship. Must go as I'm down to last ounce of strength. Lots of love, Thomas.
And finally, in a trembling hand, he had managed to scratch the rough musical outline for a piano concerto.
Bomby, bomby, bomb, bomb. Oh, not bad.
My father was alive. I had to escape. My chance arose later when Admiral Heartthrasher came down to gloat.
Gloat, gloat, gloat. Gloaty, gloaty, gloat, gloat.
You'll not hold me captive, you wooden monster.
I hurled myself at him. We tumbled to the deck.
You cannot beat me!
But I had been planning. As we rolled around the pitching floor of the ship, I grabbed his wooden left arm and, pressing it close to his wooden left leg, started to rub the two together.
What are you doing?
I rubbed as hard and fast as I could, and then, yes, glory be, I saw a spark in the darkness.
No!
I rubbed more, and there were further sparks, and suddenly he was ablaze, every wooden part of him. Alas, so was the ship, and I feared the flames would consume me as well.
Must get out!
In the inferno, I saw an axe. I grabbed it and started hacking at the deck. And finally, I was through.
Done it! Thank heavens! That seawater flooding in will douse the fire.
And it did. It also sank the ship.
I didn't really think that through.
And so I found myself adrift in the English Channel.
Help! Somebody help!
But the ship had sunk with all hands. I floated alone and terrified, dreaming of my family, but fearing that I would never see them again.
No. Adrift in the ocean. What about the jellyfish? The ice cream whales, the trifle sharks. This is awful. How did you escape?
You will hear next time.
But what if I can't wait? What if I die of excitement first?
Then the world will suffer a very minor loss.
Oh.
Now leave and return next week.
Yes, sir.
Accursed man.
Father, he is just doing his job.
And if a man who is paid to slaughter puppies was found knee-deep in puppy entrails and juggling their tiny doggy heads, he too could be said to be just doing his job. But would that make it any the less vile?
Is that a real job?
Probably in France. At least now we near the end. Another 2 sessions should do it. And next time you shall hear how I fell in love and experienced the greatest loss of all.
Bleak Expectations was written by Mark Evans and starred Richard Johnson as Sir Philip Bin, Tom Allen as young Pip, Anthony Head as Mr. Benevolent, Lawrence Howarth as Mr. Parsimonious, Geoffrey Whitehead as Beetle Hardthrasher, Susie Kane as Pippa, Sarah Hadland as Lily, James Bachman as Harry Biscuit, Mark Perry as the King, and Mark Evans as the Sailor. It was produced by Gareth Edwards. Bleak Expectations by Mark Evans. Chapter the 5th, A Young Love Mercilessly Dismembered.
I am uncommonly well today, Server. Not even that dash journalist Sarkwill can dent my mood today. Server, did I just hear my daughter giggling?
Yes, sir.
If a well-bred woman in late 19th century Britain is giggling, the government is not doing its job properly.
I believe Mr. Sarkwill is making her giggle, sir.
Sarkwill? It is at times like these I am glad the medical concept of blood pressure has not been invented.
Only because he misheard. In order to keep his hands warm, he ended up wearing a pair of kittens.
Oh, Mr. Sarkwill, you are so amusing.
Sarkwill!
Sir?
You dare to make my daughter giggle?
Well,
Father, do not be unreasonable.
Lily, I would rather you ran round the streets naked, shouting, touch me, than be made to giggle by a strange man.
Mr. Sarkwill is not a strange man.
He is a journalist, and there's nothing stranger than that.
Well, what about a horse with the face of the Pope?
Oh, yes, that would be strange.
Get out, Lily.
Yes, Father.
And now we shall begin.
Yes, as soon as I have set up Mr. Brunel's visionary invention, the steam-powered typewriter.
What?
This is Mr. Shovelgood, the engineer.
The pistons.
Fire her up, Mr. Shovelgood.
Right, in your crankshaft.
And now to type a letter, I simply dictate it to Mr. Shovelgood, and he hits the relevant key with a £25 sledgehammer. Begin.
As soon as I had...
A. S.
S.
Space.
Space.
Oh, the David Orbit are knackered.
Oh, not again! We shall summon Mr. Brunel and be underway again in less than a week. You don't mind waiting, do you, Sir Philip?
You will hear it now, or not at all.
Then now it is.
Having escaped from the evil Admiral Hardthrasher's ship, I found myself adrift in the English Channel. Worse, at that time, swimming had not yet been invented. It wasn't until 1857 that Dr. Swim made the scientific breakthrough, which allowed a man to move through water without the aid of a sail or a well-trained fish. And then I heard a familiar voice.
Grab this rope, Pip! Climb on board!
Aunt Lily!
The last time I had seen her, she was being dragged down a river by a vicious pack of underwater squirrels.
I thought you were dead.
I escaped the squirrels, but was knocked unconscious and swept out to sea. I floated for weeks, but used my time constructively to train this fish.
This is not a raft?
No, it's a tuna. And it shall take us back to land. Go on, boy, giddy up!
I had no idea they sounded so much like horses.
As the noble tuna bore us landwards, I told her how my evil guardian, Mr. Gently Benevolent, was trying to destroy me.
I look forward to reacquainting myself with him and doing a good bit of thwarting. Ah, here we are, the port of Snertwich.
I gratefully disembarked, and my aunt was about to follow when a terrible furry throng leapt from the water.
Oh, these damn squirrels! They're so vengeful, so persistent.
No, Aunt Lily!
The squirrels are taking me, Pip. Go to London. Thwart Mr. Benevolent. Don't worry about me. They've basically bitten my arm off, but I'll be fine. Regards to the family. Bye!
My newfound optimism ebbed like a sad tide, but I girded myself, left the docks, and bought a seat on the next coach to London. It was an uncomfortable trip. 2 of the horses had a limp and one of the coach wheels was square. But eventually we arrived. Then, as I stepped out of the coach, I saw an incredible sight. For across the road was a young woman of such astounding beauty, my entire body instantly stopped working. I collapsed into a heap, smiling and dribbling.
Excuse me, sir.
What is it, smiling, dribbling stranger in a heap?
Who is that glorious woman?
Why, the whole of London knows her. She is Miss Flora Dies-Early. And I am not following her, nor is this telescope for spying on her from afar, and nor is this notebook full of every little detail of her life and various lewd, if imaginative, sketches. How dare you accuse me of such behaviour? Good day, sir.
Now I had the name that was to live in my heart.
Flora Dies-Early. Flora Dies-Early. Flora... Ow!
Sorry, old chap. Didn't see you down there.
Harry! Harry Biscuit! Is that you?
Pip Bin! It is you! What a joy!
Dear Harry, how glad I am to see you.
Not as glad as I am to see you, Pip, old chum.
Well, I am very glad to see you.
Then I am a lot very glad to see you much.
Come, help me up and let us return home. I'm in love, you know. Have you ever been in love?
No, but I have been in Hove. Is that similar?
Roughly, but love has no peer or old people.
Together, we entered the house, but then I heard a voice which made my blood run cold.
So, young Pippa, your brother is nowhere to be found.
It was my evil guardian, Mr. Gently Benevolent.
No young woman should be left alone. All sorts of fiendish and saucy things could happen.
Mr. Benevolent.
Just one kiss. Or maybe I could touch you, or on your foot, or your ankle, or on your calf.
Leave that calf alone.
One day, Pippa Bin, I shall marry you, take your family name and money, then divest you of your virtue and discard you like a bad book or a used hen.
Enough of your malicious and seductive verbiage.
Oh, look, it's Pip Bin, inventor of the bin and richest man in Britain. Oh, hooray, clap, clap.
Get out of my house.
No.
Then it is stalemate. Dan.
Get away from her, you fiend! Or I'll go away, buy a badger, spend several months training it to attack you, and then return and let it do exactly that.
No. How did you know about my badger phobia?
Ooh, lucky guess.
The mere threat of that appallingly stripy mammal is enough to drive me away. But I shall return, and Pippa shall be mine. Incidentally, Pip Bin, you smell of fish.
I have been riding on a tuna.
That would explain that. Good day.
Brother Pip, Harry, thank you.
Dear sister, what a horrible experience.
Indeed. Although...
There can be no although. Mr. Benevolent clearly has designs on you, and not noble designs, such as designs for a cathedral or a lovely dress, but vile, lascivious designs that would leave you tainted and soiled.
Ooh, crikey.
No! You must go abroad. You will be safe there.
Oh, she must have a chaperone, someone of noble temperament and faithful demeanour, someone brave and strong.
Of course, Mr. Parsimonious.
Actually, I meant... Oh, never mind. I'm back.
Mr. Parsimonious, how coincidentally convenient.
I immediately instructed him in his new task.
We shall depart at once, and discretion and caution shall be my watchword. You, boy!
Yes, sir?
Fetch a coach to take me and Miss Pippa Bin to the docks for a ship to Calais, thence to Paris. And on no account tell a Mr. Gently Benevolent of number 1 Brutal Street. He would probably give you at least £10 for the information, and he mustn't have it.
Coachman, hey!
Good lad.
Take me to number 1 Brutal Street and the residence of Mr. Gently Benevolent. He will probably give me at least £10 for some information which he mustn't have.
Oh. Well, I'm sure that won't have any repercussions whatsoever. You, another boy!
Eventually, Pippa and Mr. Parsimonious were safely on their way.
So, she is gone.
I shan't miss her, you know. I shan't miss her sweet nature, beautiful face, and angelic presence.
Are you all right?
Yes! I just remembered a sad story someone told me about a sad child and a dead dog. Oh, Pippa! The dog was called Pippa. Harry! No, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I think I might go and join the army. To forget stuff. Bye!
Left all alone, it seemed the perfect time to go in search of Miss Flora Dies Early. I headed for Hyde Park, where the young ladies of the day habitually gathered to indulge in the latest fashions, such as shoes with bells on them, hats with chimes on them, and purses with foghorns on them. And there was Flora, radiant and beautiful. Love made me nervous as I approached her.
Please forgive my boldness, but...
However, before I could finish, I was brutally rugby-tackled out of the way by a colossal, black-clad figure.
How dare you talk to my charge? How dare you even look at her?
I beg your pardon, sir.
Sir? Sir, indeed. Is it not obvious that I am a woman?
Well...
Because I am Miss Dies Early's governess, Miss Chastity Hard Thrasher.
I could hardly believe it. The Hard Thrasher brothers had a sister. She would be a formidable obstacle indeed. But love drove me on.
Very well. Miss Hardthrasher, may I walk and talk with your charge?
Of course not. She is no slattern. If you wish to woo Miss Dies Early, you may apply in writing for a tea appointment.
I rushed home and did as she suggested, and by return of post, received an invitation to tea later that week. Finally, the glorious day for tea arrived.
Good afternoon, Miss Hardthrasher.
Mr. Bin?
May I ask when Flora is to join us?
She is not.
But I thought we were to have tea together.
And so you shall. But in the same room? Never! She is no slut, strumpet, or trollop.
Of course not.
Miss Disraeli is in another room.
Next door?
In Scotland. If today goes well, you may soon have tea in the same country, then the same town, and eventually in the same house. But not in the same room until you are married. After all, she's no over-made-up schoolgirl panting for the touch of the sixth-form Casanova.
And so I started to woo my love. It was a long process, but in the meantime I had letters from my sister to look forward to.
Dearest brother, all is not well. Mr. Benevolent has followed us, and as I write this, he is hammering at our very door. Oh, Pip, he is through and is advancing across the room towards me almost faster than I can write this to you. I must stop now and call Mr. Parsimonius for help. Hope you are well. Love, Pippa.
Then the letter continued in a different hand.
Dear Pip, just writing to reassure you that I have entered the room. Seen Mr. Benevolent advancing on your sister, and as soon as these brief lines are finished, I shall stop him. All good wishes, Mr. Parsimonius.
But the reassurance was short-lived, as the letter continued in a cruel, spidery hand.
Dear Pip, that old fool has put down the pen, so it is mine now, mine. And your sister will be too, ha ha ha, ha ha.
I've got the pen back, and I am
mine again.
I have found a spare pen. Help us, Pip, help us.
Just a quick line to let you know that I'm about to tell Pippa to put that other pen down, or I shall kill Parsimonius.
Just to let you know I'm going to do that, then.
She's done that, and I've said good. I have them now, and there's nothing you can do about it. Yours sincerely, gently benevolent Esquire, kiss, kiss, crossed out.
I was concerned, but also in love. And love triumphs over concern every time. And I was about to meet Flora face to face.
Mr. Bin, you have done as I asked and taken a cold bath?
I have.
Good. I shall make final preparations. There. I have built a fence around you. I shall fetch Miss Disraeli.
The prospect of seeing Flora made me feel quite strange. As the door opened, I could hear my heart pounding like a drum. And as she stepped into the room, it was as if the air was filled with beautiful choral music. And there she was, with a choir and a drummer.
All right. Musicians leave.
So, does the day find you well, Miss Disraeli?
How dare you address her directly? All conversation must go via me.
I see. Would you ask Miss Disraeli if the day finds her well?
Mr. Bin would like to know if the day finds you well. Miss Disraeli replies...
Please pass on my compliments to Miss Disraeli on her dress.
No. That is enough for today. After all, she's no student nurse on a hen night. Goodbye, Mr. Bin.
I felt it had gone well, and my spirits rose further on receipt of another letter from Pippa.
Dearest Pip, Mr. Benevolent still has us captive, but I am managing to write this secretly. Hold on, Mr. Parsimonius wants to write something.
Dear Pip, ow, ow, ow. I fear Mr. Benevolent has discovered our secret letter writing and has twisted my ear with some tongs.
Dear Pip, what's this? A secret letter? Pathetic. Oh, better dash as a mysterious figure is leaping through the window.
Dear Pip, have just dramatically smashed through the window, wrestled Mr. Benevolent to the floor, and rescued Pippa and Mr. Parsimonius. The weather continues fine for the time of year. Lots of love, Aunt Lily.
Meanwhile, my relationship with Flora became more intimate. But eventually, there came a day where our relationship took a turn for the physical.
Miss Disraeli would like you to touch her shoe.
Of course.
Not while she wears it. She's no Geordie lass with 5 pints of snake bite down her.
My apologies.
She will remove it. You will touch it. I will disinfect it of lust. And now she will put it back on again.
Oh, I'm quite overcome with passion. Oh.
Miss Dies Early has fainted.
Yes, I can see that.
Now, after such intimacy, you must marry her.
Oh, joy!
For she's no naked Italian floozy, shouting 50 lira a touch, 100 to go all the way.
Of course not.
So I asked Flora's father for his daughter's hand. He was an important man, holding the post of Secretary of State for bribery and corruption.
So, you wish to marry my daughter, eh?
Yes, sir.
And you believe that simply because you are the richest young man in Britain, you can wander in here, flush your money in my face, and waltz off with Flora?
No, sir, of course not.
No. Still, it might be worth a try, don't you? £10,000, cheque payable to me, Lord Backhander.
Harry returned from the army to be my best man.
How's the army, Harry Biscuit?
Awful, Pip-Bin. It turns out I'm allergic to the colour red. Which is bad, what with the uniforms, and the blood, and the rations mostly being tomato soup. By the way, is Pippa back yet?
No.
Sorry, it's nothing. A bit of dust in my brain. Still, you're getting married to someone you love, so I suppose it's all fine.
Flora's father refused to attend the wedding unless somebody made it worth his while. So, in his absence, Miss Hardthrasher gave her away.
Do you, Pip, put that in the bin? Take this woman to be your wife?
I do.
He does.
And do you, Flora Moribund Dies Early, take this man to be your husband?
I do.
She does.
I now declare you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Excellent.
Where do you think you're going?
To kiss my wife.
Through me.
Oh. All right.
And now I shall pass it on to Miss Dies Early.
Oh, I feel quite giddy.
Hurrah for Pip and Flora, who has fainted.
After the wedding, we sent her beloved governess on a disapproving tour of Spanish bordellos.
You painted Iberian courtesans.
While Flora and I finally had time to ourselves.
How glorious this day is.
Oh, look at the clouds. I do so like clouds.
I too like them.
Like what?
Clouds.
What a silly thing to say. Who could possibly like clouds? We should get a kitten, Pipsy Wipsy. 2 kittens. No, 3. Or better still, 17.
An excellent idea. We shall get them this very day.
Get what, Pippington Pipple?
Kittens.
Oh, now I cannot stand kittens.
Dear Flora.
Oh, do not be vexed with me, my Pips a poodle pansy, do not. Am I not pretty?
Of course.
Then forgive me, Pipsarama Pipply Poo.
I do. And let me kiss your pretty face.
Oh, giddy again. Oh.
At first, I took her constant swooning to be simple girlish delight. But soon it became more than that. Any excitement seemed to cause another turn.
I am home, dearest.
Pipworthy! Oh, my Pipworthy Pipsington! Oh, blimey!
It happened with greater and greater frequency, and for smaller and smaller reasons.
Here we are, in that very crowded shop you like, which sells small glass ornaments.
Yes. Oh, cripes! Here we go!
Soon, Flora was virtually bedridden, and I called in the best physician in the country, Dr. Anthony Cure-Some by Chance.
I trained in Edinburgh, where I learned absolutely everything about medicine in this day and age.
A long process, I imagine.
It's a week. Now, shall I examine your wife?
He did so, but the news was not good.
I'm afraid your wife is suffering from what we doctors call non-specific weakness.
Is it serious?
It is potentially fatal. But do not worry, Mr. Bin. I shall save your wife. Terms and conditions apply. The health of your wife may go down as well as up.
Alas, there was little he could do. These days, she would have been treated with ether, opium, or possibly cocaine. But such medical marvels were beyond all knowledge back then.
I have tried everything.
Everything?
Yes, tinctures, linctuses, lotions, emollients, and creams. Having a good hard think about it. Crossing my fingers and hoping it goes away. Crossing her fingers and hoping it goes away. Crossing the road and just going away. And, of course, beef.
Is there nothing more to be done?
Certain companies are working on experimental procedures, but they will be expensive.
Oh, expense matters not. I must save her.
Well, I have heard tell of a remarkable invention known as pills and tablets.
Pills and tablets? Then we must fetch it at once.
The pills and tablets cost me a small fortune. Luckily, I had a large fortune, but in truth, I would have paid anything to cure my beloved Flora.
I shall now administer the pills and tablets.
If she is to have them, I must test them first.
Miss Hardthrasher had heard of Flora's illness and returned from casting moral aspersions on Spanish prostitutes to be her constant helper. She swallowed 2 pills and tablets, and we awaited the outcome.
I feel splendid, absolutely splendid. These will cure her, I have no doubt of it. Oh dear, I think I'm going to die.
Oh.
It probably wasn't the pills and tablets. Maybe a snake bit her.
No, it is too big a risk. She shall not take them.
No. Pippy whippy ping pong poo. I must try them.
It is not wise.
But I am not wise. I'm pretty.
And you are so pretty, my dear.
Let me take the pills and tablets.
Reluctantly, I acquiesced, and she took them with a glass of medical gin.
Oh.
What is it, dearest?
I cannot see.
No, she is blind.
I cannot hear.
She is deaf.
And I cannot speak.
Surely that's not right.
Or maybe I can speak but cannot hear it because I cannot hear.
Yes, my love, that is it.
The weakness is taking her, Mr. Ben.
No.
Oh, I can see heaven. And it is filled with spaniels. And with chocolate. And it's a lovely sunny day. And the sun is melting the chocolate. And what with all the spaniels, there's dog hair in it. In fact, that hairy chocolate doesn't look very tasty. But it is heaven. And so I leave you. Goodbye. Farewell. Auf Wiedersehen, adieu. 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 To you. And you, and you.
And with that, my beloved wife died.
No!
Or so we thought.
Oh, actually, I feel fantastic. Anyone fancy an arm wrestle?
Dearest, you are alive.
Oh, false alarm, I'm afraid. Bye, everyone.
This time, she really was gone for good.
No!
Or so we thought. And alas, this time we were right.
Mr. Ben.
Get out! Get out, damn you! Why? Why did you leave me?
You told me to go.
Not you!
My grief was great indeed. All colour drained from my life. Everything was black. I had my house painted black, I wore only black, I ate only black.
Here you are, Pip Bin. Some lovely coal soup with a nice slice of charcoal pie and a really, really, really off banana.
And then one morning, the visitor entered who made my mood worse than black. Mr. Gently Benevolent.
Pip Bin. I heard your wife would rather die than live with you.
You come to mock my anguish.
I find your pain nourishing. But no, I have merely come to boast about how my company, Benevolent Pharmaceuticals, has made a small fortune from its new products, pills and tablets.
You are responsible for the medicine that killed my wife.
Yes. Oh, and this might interest you. A court claim which says your invention of the bin was intellectual theft.
From whom?
An American gentleman by the name of Harlan J. Trashcan. You're going to be ruined, and when you're ruined, I'm going to laugh. And then take your sister and make her mine.
No.
Yes.
Never.
Soon. I'll see you in court, Pip-Bin.
Was this how it was to end? With nothing but humiliation in the courts, a dead wife, and a dishonoured sister to show for a life of so much promise.
That's awful. I can't bear it. Did your wife recover?
She was dead.
Oh, yes, of course.
That's enough for this week. But return next week, and you shall hear what happened in court, how Mr. Benevolent tried to destroy me, who lived and who died, and how this whole sorry tale concludes.
Bleak Expectations was written by Mark Evans and starred Richard Johnson as Sir Philip Bin, Tom Allen as young Pip, Anthony Head as Mr. Benevolent, Celia Imrie as Aunt Lily, Lawrence Howarth as Mr. Parsimonious, Geoffrey Whitehead as Chastity Hardthrasher, Susie Kane as Pippa, Sarah Hadland as Lily, James Bachman as Harry Biscuit, Martha Howe Douglas as Flora, Mark Perry as Flora's father, and Mark Evans as Dr. Cure Some by Chance. It was produced by Gareth Edwards. Bleak Expectations by Mark Evans. Chapter the 6th. A life sadly smashed, then happily restored a bit.
Damn this beastly journalist. He is...
Mr. Sourquill, sir.
Exactly on time.
Indeed, sir. I apologise for my punctuality.
And so you should. Your lateness has, over the past weeks, given me much to rail and rant about, which I enjoy greatly. How am I to rail and rant if you're on time?
Is this not in itself a small rail or rant, sir?
I suppose it is. I am somewhat mollified.
I am eager to record the rest of your story, for which purpose I have devised a special new form of shorthand.
You are clever, Mr. Sourquill. How does it work?
Well, if you say a word...
Apple?
Oh, what an excellent word to choose. So, you have said apple, and therefore, to represent the letter A, I draw an apricot. To represent the P, a partridge. For the other P, a potato. And for the L and E, I draw an eel swimming backwards.
For once, just sit and listen.
Yes, sir. Let me just set up my special steam-powered chair, and...
And in that case, stand and listen.
Right. Well, that does spare me a scalded buttock, I suppose.
And so, to my story. My wife had died, and I was facing ruin. I, Pip Bin, had made my fortune by inventing the bin. Yet now, an American gentleman called Harlan J. Trashcan was claiming that I'd stolen the idea.
The court is in session in the case of Trashcan versus Bin.
The court was a dark, forbidding place. A statue of justice loomed overhead, blindfolded, and carrying in one hand a noose, and in the other hand another noose. And along the walls were row upon row of stuffed and mounted criminals' heads. And my dread increased at the arrival of the judge.
The court will rise.
He was a towering man, dressed in black robes, and with a wig fully 40 feet long. Each side of the wig ended in a live sheep. And owls nested in his higher parts. And when I heard his name, my dread became greater still.
The court is now in session. Judge Buford T. Hardthrasher presiding.
So, Bin versus Trashcan, eh? Are you Bin? Pip Bin?
Yes, Your Honour.
Nice to meet you at last. You're that chap who's killed all 4 of my brothers and my beloved sister.
I could not deny it. It was the truth.
Yes, sir.
How fortunate that I'm such an excellent and impartial judge and will in no way let that interfere with this case.
I'm glad to hear it, sir.
You're a dead man walking. Now, who represents Mr. Bin?
I had hired my father's lawyer, a man so distinguished that his name took fully 20 minutes to say. As he charged by the hour, many of his clients had faced financial ruin after just a formal introduction.
I do, sir.
And your name is?
It is Mr. Wickham, post Forberton, Fenugreek, Chasby.
My lawyer had barely started his name before the judge turned crimson with anger. His rage agitated the sheep and owls in his wig. The noise built, and finally he snapped.
Parry Trobbleton, Narrowboat Fondleham.
Enough! How long is this name of yours?
20 minutes, Your Honour. 40 if I choose to repeat it.
I will not have it. You are to be hanged.
But you can't do that.
Let me check the rule book. Yes, it's fine. Now, where's my noose?
I watched in horror as the judge placed the noose around my lawyer's neck and personally hanged him.
Excellent. Now I suggest an adjournment for lunch. Oh, and incidentally, Mr. Bin, for the duration of the case, I've arbitrarily decided that all your financial assets are frozen.
But how will I afford a new lawyer?
You won't. Case adjourned.
I had no choice. I would have to represent myself. In those days, a lawyer's training lasted 17 years, and I had just one lunchtime. I ran home and frantically began to study.
How to be a lawyer. Chapter 1, overcharging your clients. Chapter 2, care of your wig. Chapter 3, use of long word identifications. Oh, for goodness sake, keep the music down.
I'm sorry. The music ceased, but next I was disturbed by my best friend, Harry Biscuit.
Pip Bin, I have had a splendid idea.
Indeed?
Just in case you lose your case, which you won't, but you might, which would mean you lost all your money, which again you won't, but you might. I have come up with a scheme to make a large amount of money.
What scheme is this?
It is a vintage meat emporium.
A vintage meat emporium?
Yes. Vintage wines attract huge amounts of money. Why should the same not be true of meats?
Because meat rots.
Nonsense. It matures. And under this cloche is a steak that I've been maturing for 6 months. Ta-da!
All these flies.
A natural byproduct of the aging process, like sediment in wine. Now go on, have a taste.
No, Harry, this is the most ridiculous idea I have ever heard in my life.
Are those the words of a friend, Pip Bin?
But Harry...
No, they are the words of not a friend. And if so, then you are a friend to me no more. I go.
Harry, that is the airing cupboard.
I know. I meant to come in here. I'd rather talk to blankets than you. Hello, blankets. How are you?
Harry.
Fine, I'll use the window. You are a friend to me no more. Ow! I think I've broken my ankle. But you are still a friend to me no more.
And so my best friend was gone, and I faced the case alone. The only ray of light in the gloom was that my evil guardian, Mr. Gently Benevolent, was not there to gloat at my downfall.
Now, over lunch, I made a decision. This verdict will no longer be decided by jury, but by me alone, in accordance with the noble British principles of guilty until proven dead. So let us begin. Mr. Bin, did you invent the bin?
I did.
Mr. Trash Can, did you actually invent it?
I did.
Most convincing. I find for Mr. Trash Can. The sentence is...
Wait! I wish to question him.
You're just delaying the inevitable impartial judgment, I mean.
As Mr. Trashcan entered the witness box, he stumbled, dislodging his wig and false beard, and I realized that he looked oddly familiar. I just couldn't quite put my finger on why.
Mr. Trashcan, you say you invented the bin.
I did.
Is it not the case that you are, in fact, lying?
Nope.
Damn. I was hoping you would say yes. Are you sure you're not lying?
I swear it. Well, my name is not Mr. Gently Benevolent, which it isn't.
Was Harlan J. Trashcan all he seemed to be? Was he slightly less or slightly more? The same, but with a different power-to-weight ratio.
Are you actually American?
Yes, y'all.
Then prove it. Name the states of America.
Well, this, Virginia, West Virginia, South Virginia, North Virginia, East Virginia, Northeast Virginia, Southeast Virginia, Mid Virginia, like a virgin here, the Virginia monologues, and Vermont.
Damn. Spot on.
My turn, Mr. Trashcan. Please describe why Bin is guilty as charged.
Can't get the accent. Harlan G. Trashcan. No. Harlan G. Harlan G. Trashcan invented the bin a whole month before this gosh damn varmint, which is American slang, by the way.
And do you have proof?
I do.
Well, case proved.
May we at least see this proof?
Of course, it is a newspaper. There is a story in it concerning my invention, and someone has circled it in ink and written beneath it, "Great idea, must steal your sincerely, Pippin."
May I see it to confirm that?
Of course, Your Honor. Careful, the ink is still wet.
As he leaned towards the judge, I suddenly knew who he was. It was a combination of tiny, subtle factors. The voice of Mr. Benevolent, the clothes of Mr. Benevolent, the false beard and nose without which he looked just like Mr. Benevolent. He was Mr. Benevolent. Probably.
Mr. Benevolent?
Yes? I mean, where?
Your Honor, this is Mr. Benevolent in disguise. A great injustice is about to be done. He has brought this case to destroy me.
Nonsense. I know Mr. Benevolent, and he would never stoop to such a thing, would you, Benevolent?
No.
Anyway, judgment time. I find you guilty on all charges.
No!
Yes. Now, before I pass sentence, I want to emphasize that whatever I say has not been prejudiced by your killing my 4 brothers and my sister. I simply cannot stress that enough, all right? Good. I sentence you to be hanged by the neck until dead. Yes! Got him!
They shackled me hand and foot, elbow and ankle, knee and neck, then hurled me into a cell, locked the door, and threw away the key. Before realizing that other prisoners had to go in there with me. And frantically searching for the key again.
Where's that key? Oh, dear.
They finally found it, unlocked the cell, and threw in another prisoner. One I knew very well indeed.
Oh, Harry. Harry Biscuit, is that you?
Pip? Pip Bin?
Yes. It is I, old friend.
You were a friend to me no more.
Harry, please, forgive me for whatever wrong I have done you.
No. All right, yes. You were a friend to me some more. Again, Pip Bin.
Tell me, Harry, why are you here?
Well, much as I hate to admit it, my vintage meat emporium was not a success.
Destroy the evil meat! Destroy the evil meat!
And then I thought, I want to be the best at something. So I decided to become the fastest man in the world.
And did you?
Alas, no. It turns out I'm terribly, terribly slow. But then I had another idea.
What?
I decided to become the fattest man in the world.
And how did that go?
Oh, pretty well. You may have noticed I put on a couple of pounds.
No, not at all. I mean, you're looking prosperous, ruddy. One might say, Rubenesque. All right, you're fat. Massively, massively fatty, fatty, fat, fat.
The truth was, I had noticed. Indeed, when I had first seen him, I thought he was 3 people with just 1 head.
It turns out I'm really good at getting fat. I only have to look at a piece of cheese and I put on half a stone. But one day I thought, a goose. I need to eat a goose. So I went to a food lender.
Oh, Harry, you didn't.
I know, I shouldn't have, but I did, and he lent me a goose at 10% interest. Only it turned out he meant 10% per second. So, after half an hour, I owed him 14 billion geese, which is more than all the geese that have ever existed. So he sued me, and I was sentenced to be hanged, and here we all are.
And my pain was complete with a visitor one afternoon.
Mr. Benevolent, what are you doing here?
I brought you a letter which may be of interest.
It is from Pippa.
My dearest brother, over here in France, I heard of your misfortune. Consequently, I wrote to Mr. Trashcan to ask if there was a way he would drop the charges, and he asked for my hand in marriage. Doubtless, I will not enjoy the marriage. Every time his rough American hands touch my soft English bosom, I shall tremble. But if it is the cost of your freedom, so be it, dear brother. Your loving sister, Pippa.
But she cannot marry this trash can.
Indeed, she will not. She will marry me.
Yes, it's you. I forgot.
The wedding will take place at the Church of St. Viles tomorrow.
I will stop you.
I doubt it. The judge has moved your hanging forward to tomorrow. As your sister says, I do, you will be saying, I'm dead. And one more thing, it's always nice to die as a family, so I brought you a present.
The guards roughly shoved a pitiful figure into the cell.
For a summer picnic, there's nothing nicer than a lovely strawberry and cow's blood jam. Here's some I prepared earlier.
My poor, mad mother produced a jar and emptied it into my pocket.
Alas, Mother, still a bonkers nut job.
I tire of her insanity and have had her committed under the Maximus Madus Madiatus Mentalissimus Act. She's to be hanged with you.
No!
Goodbye, Pip-Bin. Good luck with being hanged.
It seemed the final victory was benevolence. What could I do to save any of us? The day of the hanging dawned, and all hope was gone.
Right, get them in line.
Any ideas, Harry Biscuit?
For once, I have no schemes, Pip-Bin.
Now, here's a little tip. If the mayonnaise starts to curdle, simply boil up a donkey in a bucket.
The line moved inexorably forward, and soon it was Harry's turn.
Ha! I love seeing a fatty hanged. It makes me hungry. In fact, bring me food while I watch.
Goodbye, Pip-Bin.
Goodbye, Harry Biscuit.
Harry swung. The gallows strained under his enormous weight. And then my mother gave me an idea.
Next week, we'll be dealing with badger's milk, dog's yogurt, and cat cheese. So until then, cook well.
That's it! Cheese!
The judge had been brought a platter of cheese, and I remembered something Harry had said.
Harry, look at the cheese! The judge's cheese!
What? Oh, delicious!
Harry hadn't lied. He saw the cheese and put on half a stone instantly. The extra weight overloaded the gallows.
I'm not dead! Hurrah!
How dare you stop the hangings? Guards!
Breathe deeply, Harry, and strain.
Oh, right. Yes, I get it.
Harry strained, and finally it was enough. The buttons on his clothes popped off and ricocheted around the courtyard. Amazingly, he missed all the prisoners and any innocent bystanders, but the guards were felled by these skimming brass missiles. Until finally, only Judge Hardthrasher was left standing.
A nice trick, but I want to see hangings, and I will see hangings.
Don't worry, Pip. I'll save you.
Ah, what are you gonna do, naked fat boy?
No! Wait!
He was hit straight on the head and died instantly.
But what was that?
That was a kidney. Don't worry, I've got loads. Well, 2. 1 now.
My thanks, Harry Biscuit.
This week, why sorbet is the new syllabub, and why gravy is the new gravel.
Now come, let us save Pippa.
But as we emerged into the narrow streets of the East End, we saw a platoon of soldiers rushing to block our way.
Prisoners! Get them!
We ran down an alleyway, but as we got to the other end, I noticed Harry was no longer with us.
Harry, what are you doing?
Saving you again, Pip-Bin.
With that, Harry turned his enormous bulk sideways and blocked the alley.
But, Harry, you are allergic to soldiers.
I know. That's how brave I'm being. Now go and save Pippa and tell her I love her.
You love Pippa?
I do.
Then I shall tell her. Farewell, Harry Biscuit.
I grabbed my mother and we raced to the Church of St. Viles. But were we in time?
You are Harlan J. Trashcan?
Sort of.
And you are Pippa Swingtop Wheelie Bin?
I am.
Good. First, I must ask whether any persons here present have any lawful reason why these two should not be wed.
I have a reason. Pippa, look beyond the false beard, the false nose, the third arm, and the T-shirt saying, "I'm definitely not gently benevolent." He's really Mr. Gently Benevolent.
Oh, I nearly married him. Call it off. Call the wedding off.
Damn you, Pip-Bin.
There is another reason why the wedding cannot go ahead. For no girl should marry without her father to walk her up the aisle.
Father?
Yes, it is I. Return to you and not dead after all.
What happened to you?
In a word, opium. In 3 words, lots of opium.
Mother.
Rub the chops in dung. It sounds odd, but trust me, it tastes delicious.
My father approached my mother, and as he looked into her eyes...
Then cook at gas mark 4 for 3 years. Oh, hello, Thomas. How lovely to see you. I've been pretending to be mad for the past 8 months.
You've been pretending?
Oh, well, who bloody raw. Everyone's happy, everyone's sane, and my evil scheme has gone up in smoke.
And what exactly was your evil scheme?
It was complicated. In some ways, possibly a little overcomplicated. And I think it's time to simplify things. En garde!
Reverend, I don't suppose you have any weaponry around here, do you?
Well, there's always the communion sword. It's under the dueling font.
Thank you.
Have at you, Bin!
Mr. Benevolent scrambled past the altar and ended up trapped in a corner with a pile of prayer books. As I advanced on him, he picked one up and threw it at me, but I easily caught it on the point of my sword. He threw another, and another, and each time I caught it on my sword.
Aha. And now you are out of prayer books.
Yes, and you are out of sword.
What?
He was right. I'd caught so many books that my sword was more a word kebab than a weapon. There was absolutely no pointy, cutty, stabby bit left.
Ah.
And now, young Pip, you die.
Now it was his turn to advance on me. I moved backwards and tripped over a step.
Aha! You've tripped over my special step. 10 years ago, I had this church built and incorporated that very step for exactly this eventuality. That is how complicated my plan was. Now, prepare to die.
No, I will not let it happen.
Aunt Lily, but I thought...
I was dead. No, I was not dead. I was just pretending I was and doing it really, really well.
Enough conversation. Time to die, Pip-Bin.
Mine!
Aunt Lily, why?
I'd take a sword for you any day, Pip. Mind you, if I'd known it was going to hurt this much, I might not have actually done it. Bugger!
You fiend! I shall kill you for that!
You cannot win, Pip-Bin. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
How does that work exactly?
Just thought it sounded good.
Let's put it to the test, shall we? Look, Flying above the altar, a penguin.
A penguin? Flying? But they're supposed to be flightless. Such an ornithological curiosity I have to see, even if it does leave me perilously off guard for a second.
Take that!
Oh, a sword in the guts. Oh, ruddy flipping Nora.
Hurrah!
Oh, look! It's your funny fat friend.
Harry, you are alive and still naked. But how did you escape the redcoats?
It's a long story, and conveniently one for another time. But there is something I must do. Pippa Bin,
Harry Biscuit.
will you marry me?
Of course.
Hurrah again!
Anti-hurrah if I have anything to do with it.
Benevolent lived, and from somewhere he produced a small flintlock pistol.
Goodbye, Pip-Bin.
The bullet struck me, and a crimson stain blossomed through my jacket.
Quick, undo his jacket. Hang on, this isn't blood. This is strawberry and cow's blood jam.
Of course! Mother poured a jar in there when she came to the prison, and it has stopped the bullet. Thank you, dear Mother.
And Benevolent is finally dead.
Are we sure?
Well, I'm sitting on him and I weigh 47 stone. And I'm naked, remember, so the embarrassment alone would have been fatal.
And now a wedding.
Hurrah yet again!
And that is where my story ends.
So, you killed Mr. Gently Benevolent?
Of course, and I am proud of it.
Then, sir, I have no option but to challenge you to a duel to avenge his honour.
Oh, absurd, he had no honour.
Maybe not, but sometimes a grandson must seek vengeance.
A grandson? I should have known. You look so similar.
En garde!
You draw a sword on me?
I do.
Then that is to your disadvantage, for when talking to the press, I always take the precaution of having my blunderbuss with me.
Ah.
Father, Mr. Sourquill, stop!
Have at you, you scoundrel!
You've missed me, Sir Philip Bin. Which means the man with the sword is very much with the advantage.
Mr. Sourquill, Jeremy, please.
I must, for my grandfather, even if he was a bit evil.
But how does killing my father rectify anything? If you do so, you only deprive yourself of a father-in-law.
He is not my father-in-law. Oh, unless... Do you mean...
Jeremy Sourquill, will you marry me?
Oh.
Curse the emancipation of women.
Yes, I would like that very much.
Then let my father go.
Oh, very well. I discard my sword. Sorry.
We have your blessing.
No, but you may marry him.
Thank you, Father.
After all, he may be a journalist, but he's going to be the most famous journalist in Britain.
How so, sir?
I have many more stories before my life is truly told. How I invented the Scotch egg, how I discovered the continent of West America, and above all, how I single-handedly destroyed the Martian invasion of 1845. But for now, enough murder and woe, enough lives cut short, enough backstabbing, front-stabbing, and side-stabbing. For tomorrow will be a happier day, a more noble one. And now, all our expectations are far from bleak.
Bleak Expectations was written by Mark Evans and starred Richard Johnson as Sir Philip Bin, Tom Allen as young Pip, Anthony Head as Mr. Benevolent, Celia Imrie as Aunt Lily, Geoffrey Whitehead as Judge Hardthrasher, Susie Kane as Pippa, Mark Perry as Thomas Bin, Sarah Hadland as Lily, James Barkman as Harry Biscuit, and Mark Evans as Mr. Wickham, Post Forberton, Fenugreek, Chasby, Twisleton, Montmoret, the lawyer. It was produced by Gareth Edwards.